Dorkata Samodaya Nagaragamatari Namokarya Padaya Udajita Padaya Dorkata Samodaya Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nityanamine
Willow Dallas for recording.
इसको कंटिन्यू करते हैं।
Gauravani Prasarine Nirvishesha Punyavadi Pachatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Prabhu Nityananda Srivasati Gaura
Bhakta Vrinda
Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Rama
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Rama, Hare
Ram Ram, Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Radha Kala Kanji Radha Kala Kanji Radhe Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe Jaya Radha Damodar Radha Damodar Radhe Laddu Gopal Jaya Laddu Gopal Jaya Laddu Gopal Jaya Jaya Jagannath Jaya Jagannath Jaya Subhadra Jaya Gauranita Jaya Gauranita Jaya Gauranita Jaya Gauranita Jaya Panchatattva Jaya Panchatattva Jaya Panchatattva Jaya Panchatattva Jai Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman Jai Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman Jai Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman Jai Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman
Prabhupada, Prabhupada.
Jaya Jaya
Jaya
Prabhupada,
Prabhupada
Prabhupada,
Prabhupada Jaya
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 Prabhupada
Prabhupada.
Gurudev
Jai
Jaya
Jai
Jaya
Gurudev,
Gurudev Gurudev Jaya
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 Gurudev
Guru. Jaya
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 Jaya Gurudev
Gurudev.
Gurudev Gurudev Jaya
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 Jaya Guru.
Gurudev
Hari Bo, Hari Bo. Nitai Gora Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo,
Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Hari Bo,
Hari Bol.
Nitai Gaura
Hari
Hari
Bol.
Bol Nitai Gaura Hari
Hari
Bol
Bol,
Nitai
Nitai
Gaura
Gaura
Hari
Hari Bol.
Bol Hari Hari
Hari
Bol
Bo. Jayapataka Swami, Vyasapuja, Ceremony ki jai.
Jai,
Ki jai.
Jai.
Jai. Jai Om Vishwakam, Sabarigara, Srimati, Srimati, Bhagavad Gita. ISKCON Foundation, Jagadish Council, God, Amacharya, Sri Haridas Thakur, Prem to go Shri Krishna Devi, Bhavan Nanda, Sri Devi, Bhavan Shri Shri Radha Krishna, Gopinath, Shankar, Radha, Vrindavan Dham, Mayapur Dham, Jagannath Puri Krishna Dev, Ram, Ananta Koti Vaishnava, Jai Lord Premanande, all glories to the Sambuddhist, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
all glories to the Sambuddhist, Hare Krishna.
Hare
All glories to the
Hare
Samvati
Krishna.
devotees.
Hare
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 Krishna.
Krishna.
Welcome everyone. Thank you so much for participating in such a short notice. 1 second. This is the first time we are doing on the E puja. So let's see how we can. So what we're going to do now. Give me 1 second. So we have we'll play Guru Maharaj class now, and then we can have some glorifications from all the disciples, all the senior devotees from Kalachandji. If anybody is online, if they would like to give some glorifications, you can please comment in the chat box so we can sequence everyone. And then we are going to do, after glorification, we're going to do Guru Puja somewhere around 7:45 to 8ish. And then between 8 and 8:15, we're going to have a Bhagavad Gita class by His Grace Nityananda Prabhuji. And we'll have some question answers of the class. And after that, he's going to give Vyasapuja offerings to Guru Maharaj. So this is a tentative schedule. It might change a little bit here and there. Please cooperate and let's get ready for the class.
এখানে আসরে চলে এসেছেন। আমরা গুরু মহারাজের শ্রীপাদ পদ্মে বিনম্র প্রার্থনা জানাচ্ছি বিশ্বব্যাপী সমস্ত ভক্তবৃন্দের সমক্ষে তার ব্যাস পূজা ভাষণ প্রদান করার জন্য।
The devotees worldwide is anxiously waiting for this moment.
সারা বিশ্বব্যাপী ভক্তবৃন্দ এই মুহূর্তের জন্য, এই শুভক্ষণের জন্য অধীর আগ্রহে অপেক্ষারত।
Swami Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj ki jai. Vyasapuja Maha Utsav ki jai.
Vishnu Pradaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine
Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine
Namaste Saraswati Deve Aurarani Vacharine Nirvishesha Sunnavati Paschatya Desatarine
Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Shri Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Namo Krishna, Hare Namo, Hare Ram, Shiva Dosra. Vakavadivachalam, Mangalam Manatajaram, Yakshivajaman Mande, Srijaram Nilatarinam, Paramanandamalamam, Sri Chaitanya Ishram, Hare Om Tat Sat. Since Vyasapuja celebration is made during the lockdown in India,
Since this Vyasapuja celebration is made during the lockdown in India,
so they had a very ambitious program to send out by Facebook, YouTube, Bible TV, and Zoom.
so they have a very ambitious program to send out through Facebook, Mayapur TV, Zoom.
How much it was successful.
They have to translate into Bengali too. So if we can, is that okay, Brahman?
হরি বল। যেহেতু এই ব্যাস পূজা অনুষ্ঠান অনুষ্ঠিত হচ্ছে ভারতবর্ষে যখন লকডাউন বা তালাবন্ধ পরিস্থিতি চলছে সেই সময়, তাই তাদের একটি খুবই অভিনব উপায় উদ্ভাবন করেছে কিভাবে এই ব্যাস পূজা উদযাপিত হতে পারে।
I'm very grateful that they're making such an arrangement.
I'm very grateful that they are making such an arrangement.
আমি অত্যন্ত কৃতজ্ঞ যে তারা এত সুন্দর একটি ব্যবস্থাপনা করেছে।
I know that for some people on the other side of the world, this may be midnight.
I know that for some people on the other side of the world, this would be midnight.
আমি জানি যে পৃথিবীর অপর প্রান্তে কিছু কিছু মানুষের জন্য এই সময়টা হয়তো মধ্যরাত্রি।
So maybe some have to see this later.
So maybe someone have to see this later.
তাই তাদের জন্য হয়তো এই অনুষ্ঠানটি পরে দেখতে হতে পারে।
Anyway, as was mentioned by some, I'm trying to carry out the orders of Srila Prabhupada.
Anyway, as it is mentioned by some, I am trying to carry out the instructions of Srila Prabhupada.
সে যাই হোক, যেমন কিছু কিছু বক্তা উল্লেখ করেছেন যে আমি শিল প্রভুপাদের উপদেশাবলী মেনে চলার জন্য, বহন করে নিয়ে যাওয়ার জন্য প্রয়াস করে চলেছি।
In the material world, the standard is sense gratification.
In material world, the standard is sense gratification.
এই জড় জগতের মান হচ্ছে ইন্দ্রিয় তৃপ্তি করা।
And in the spiritual life, the standard is seva.
In the spiritual life, the standard is seva.
কিন্তু পারমার্থিক জীবনের মান হচ্ছে সেবায় লিপ্ত হওয়া।
So, in the spiritual world, everyone offers seva out of love.
So in the spiritual world, if you want to offer seva by love,
পারমার্থিক জগতে সকলেই সেবা প্রেম ভরে সেবা নিবেদন করে থাকে।
So, but in the material world, although we want to enjoy sense gratification,
so in the material world, although we want to enjoy sense gratification,
কিন্তু এই জড় জগতে যদিও আমরা ইন্দ্রিয় তৃপ্তি উপভোগ করতে চাই,
actually the material world never fully satisfies the soul.
Actually, in the material world, it never satisfies the soul.
প্রকৃতপক্ষে এই জড় জগতে আত্মাকে কখনোই এই জড় জগৎ তৃপ্তি দান করতে পারে না পূর্ণরূপে।
Even in the best of times.
Even in the best of the times.
এমনকি সবচাইতে সুসময়েও না।
Now we are suffering a pandemic and everyone is suffering.
Now we are suffering from this pandemic and everyone is suffering.
এখন আমরা একটি অতিমারী বা মহামারীর জন্য সকলে কষ্ট পাচ্ছি এবং সকলেই কষ্টে জর্জরিত।
Some are worrying about anxiety about the disease.
Some are worried about the anxiety about the disease.
কেউ কেউ উদ্বিগ্ন রয়েছে এই রোগের চিন্তায়।
Some are worried about the financial situation.
Some are worried about the financial situation.
এবং কেউ কেউ উদ্বিগ্ন রয়েছে এই অর্থনৈতিক পরিস্থিতির বিষয়ে।
Some are worried what they will eat.
Some are worried what they will eat.
এবং কেউ কেউ উদ্বিগ্ন রয়েছে তারা কি করবে।
So there are many this material world Krishna describes in Bhagavad Gita is a place of suffering.
So Krishna describes this material world in Bhagavad Gita as a place of suffering.
তাই কৃষ্ণ গীতাতে বর্ণনা করেছেন এই জড় জগৎকে দুঃখ কষ্টের একটি জায়গা হিসাবে।
Dukkhalayam asasvatam, place of temporary suffering.
Dukkhalaya asaswatam, place of temporary and suffering.
দুঃখালয়ম অশাশ্বতম অর্থাৎ এই জগৎ দুঃখের আলয় এবং ক্ষণস্থায়ী।
So Lord Chaitanya came and gave out the world this treasure of bhakti.
So Lord Chaitanya came and gave out to the whole world this treasure of bhakti.
তো ভগবান চৈতন্য মহাপ্রভু অবতরণ করেছেন এবং এই সম্পূর্ণ জগৎকে এই ভক্তি ধন তিনি দান করেছেন।
But the bhakti was kept a secret in India.
But the bhakti was kept a secret in India.
কিন্তু এই ভক্তি অমূল্য রতন ভারতবর্ষে গুপ্তধন হিসাবে রাখা হয়েছিল।
His divine grace, Abhaychan Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj, brought it around the world.
His divine grace, Abhay Charanaravindra Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada brought it all around the world.
কৃষ্ণ কৃপা শ্রীমূর্তি শিল অভয় চরণারবিন্দ ভক্তি বেদান্ত স্বামী প্রভুপাদ তিনি এই ভক্তি অমূল্য রতন সারা পৃথিবীতে আনয়ন করেছেন।
He showed us how serving a Supreme Personality of Godhead is so blissful.
He showed us how serving the Supreme Personality of Godhead is so blissful.
তিনি আমাদেরকে দেখিয়ে গেছেন কিভাবে পরম পুরুষোত্তম পরমেশ্বর ভগবান শ্রীকৃষ্ণের সেবা করা কতটা আনন্দময়।
Srila Prabhupada gave us this treasure of Lord Chaitanya.
And Srila Prabhupada gave us this treasure of Lord Chaitanya.
শিল প্রভুপাদ শ্রী চৈতন্য মহাপ্রভুর এই অমূল্য রতন ধন আমাদেরকে প্রদান করেছিলেন।
And thus we could experience the unlimited bliss of serving Krishna.
Thus, we could experience the unlimited bliss of serving Krishna.
এবং এইভাবে আমরা ভগবান শ্রীকৃষ্ণের সেবা করার যে অনন্ত আনন্দ তা অনুভব করার সুযোগ পেয়েছি।
Sri Rupa Goswami said that how much happiness is in the two syllables Krishna is impossible to describe.
Srila Rupa Goswami said that how much happiness is in these two syllables Krishna is impossible to describe.
শিল রূপ গোস্বামী উল্লেখ করেছেন যে কিভাবে আমি জানি না এই দুটি অক্ষর কৃষ এবং ন এই দুটি অক্ষরের মধ্যে যে কত আনন্দ রয়েছে তা বর্ণনা করা সম্ভবপর নয়।
Unlimited happiness.
Unlimited happiness.
অনন্ত আনন্দ।
Ananda Simanai.
Ananda Simanai.
Ananda Simanai.
Ananda Simanai.
Nirananda Durvidai.
Nirananda Durvidai.
And now, in this time of the pandemic,
So now in this time of pandemic,
তো এখন এই অতিমারীর সময়ে
you have made very wonderful Vyasapuja homages.
we have made very wonderful Vyasapuja homages.
আপনারা সকলে খুবই চমৎকার ব্যাস পূজা শ্রদ্ধাঞ্জলি প্রস্তুত করেছেন।
Vyasapuja Parayana from Mathura Desh.
Rasa Parayana from Mathura Desh.
মথুরা দেশ থেকে রাসপরায়ণ নারায়ণ
He quoted the prayers of Prahlad Maharaj.
He quoted the prayers of Prahlad Maharaj.
তিনি প্রহ্লাদ মহারাজের প্রার্থনা উল্লেখ করেছেন।
How Prahlad Maharaj said that he saw many saintly people, but they're all interested in their own salvation.
How Prahlad Maharaj said that how he met saintly people, but they are only interested in their personal salvation.
তিনি উল্লেখ করেছেন যে কিভাবে প্রহ্লাদ মহারাজ তিনি তার প্রার্থনায় বলছেন যে অনেক সাধুরা রয়েছে যারা শুধুমাত্র তাদের নিজ মুক্তির জন্য তারা প্রচেষ্টা করে থাকেন।
So he was worried about those foolish people who are missing out on the opportunity of human birth.
So he was thinking about those foolish people who are missing out the opportunity of this human birth.
তাই তিনি সেই সমস্ত মূর্খ অভাগীদের কথা ভাবছিলেন যারা এই দুর্লভ মনুষ্য জন্মের যে সুযোগ সেই সুযোগ থেকে বঞ্চিত হচ্ছেন।
So that was a very nice prayer.
So that was a very nice prayer.
সেই প্রার্থনাটি খুবই সুন্দর ছিল।
Prabhupada said that we are Gosti Anandis.
Prabhupada said that we are Gosti Anandis.
শিল প্রভুপাদ বলেছেন যে আমরা হলাম গোষ্ঠী আনন্দী।
We want to expand the number of devotees.
We want to expand the number of devotees.
আমরা ভক্ত গোষ্ঠী ভক্ত সংখ্যা বৃদ্ধি করতে চাই।
The Bhajanandis do bhajan, but they want their own salvation.
The Bhajananandis, they do their bhajans, but they want their own salvation.
ভজনানন্দীগণ তারা ভজন করেন কিন্তু তাদের আপন আপন সিদ্ধির জন্য তারা চেষ্টা করে থাকেন।
Gostianandis want to expand the number of devotees.
Gosti Anandi want to expand the number of devotees.
গোষ্ঠী আনন্দীগণ তারা ভক্ত সংখ্যা পরিবর্ধন করার জন্য সর্বদা তৎপর।
Bhakti Nityananda Swami, he was saying how he remembers the first time he met me.
Bhakti Nityananda Swami was telling how he remembered the first time he met me.
ভক্তি নিত্যানন্দ স্বামী তিনি উল্লেখ করছিলেন কিভাবে প্রথমবার যখন আমার সাথে তার দেখা হয়েছিল সেই পূর্ব স্মৃতি।
He came to Mayapur to get his little brother Mukunda.
He came to Mayapur to get his little brother Mukunda.
তিনি মায়াপুর এসেছিলেন তার ছোট ভাই মুকুন্দকে বাড়ি নিয়ে যেতে।
And he felt that I was trying to trap him.
And he felt that I was trying to trap him.
এবং সে অনুভব করতে পেরেছিল যে আমি যেন তাকে ফাঁদে ফেলার চেষ্টা করছি।
I said he had to leave right away.
So he said that he had to leave and run away.
তো তিনি সে আমাকে বলছিল
Right away.
যে সে আমাকে বলছিল যে তাকে এক্ষুনি চলে যেতে হবে।
And he said that I said, oh, you should stay 1 month.
And he said that I said you should stay for 1 month.
এবং সে উল্লেখ করেছে যে
I'll give
আমি
you a
তাকে বলেছিলাম,
room, I'll give you everything.
আমি তাকে 1 মাস থাকতে বলেছিলাম, আমি তাকে বলেছিলাম আমি তোমাকে ঘর দেব, আমি তোমাকে থাকার জায়গা দেব, সব দেব।
And he said, I said, 2 weeks.
He said, then I said 2 weeks.
এবং তিনি উল্লেখ করেছেন যে আমি বলেছিলাম 2 সপ্তাহ থাকতে।
After he said, not 1 hour.
After he said not 1 hour.
তারপরে সে বলেছিল যে 1 ঘন্টাও থাকবো না।
And he said again, no, I won't stay 1 hour.
Then he said again, no, I won't stay 1 hour.
তারপর সে বলেছিল যে না আমি 1 ঘন্টাও থাকবো না।
And then I said 1 week.
And then I said 1 week.
তারপর আমি বলেছিলাম ঠিক আছে 1 সপ্তাহ থাকো না।
And so on.
And so on.
তো এরকম ভাবে
He's now our sannyasi here.
He is now a sannyasi here.
তিনি এখন আমাদের সন্ন্যাসী শিষ্য।
I was thinking, I don't remember that.
I don't
He remembers that.
I don't remember that. He remembers that.
আমি ভাবছিলাম যে আমার এই কথাগুলো মনে পড়ছে না, কিন্তু ওনার মনে আছে।
I was thinking how that such a talk, it was definitely Prabhupada, Krishna speaking to me.
I was thinking such a talk, definitely Srila Prabhupada or Krishna was talking through me.
আমি ভাবছিলাম যে এইরকম ধরনের আলোচনা, এইরকম ধরনের কথা নিঃসন্দেহে শিল প্রভুপাদ, শিল ভগবান কৃষ্ণ আমার মাধ্যমে হয়তো বলছিলেন।
They wanted him to be a devotee and they're using me as an instrument.
They wanted him to be a devotee and they were using me as an instrument.
তারা ইচ্ছা করেছিলেন যে তিনি ভক্ত হবেন এবং রাধা মাধব শিল প্রভুপাদ তিনি তারা আমাকে উপলক্ষ মাত্র বা আমাকে নিমিত্ত মাত্র ব্যবহার করছিলেন।
I'm so grateful that still Prabhupada has come and given us this Krishna consciousness.
And anyway, I am so grateful to Srila Prabhupada that he came and gave us this Krishna consciousness.
যাই হোক, আমি শিল প্রভুপাদের প্রতি অত্যন্ত কৃতজ্ঞ যে তিনি এসেছিলেন এবং সমস্ত জগৎবাসীদেরকে আমাদেরকে এই কৃষ্ণ ভাবনামৃত দান করে গেছেন।
Prabhupada has asked me to do many things.
Prabhupada had asked me to do many things.
প্রভুপাদ আমাকে অনেক কিছু করার জন্য নির্দেশ দিয়েছিলেন।
Maharaj, Bhakti, other different devotees, Chandra Das, they all spoke on, they touched on some of the things that Prabhupada asked me to do.
Gaurang Prem Maharaj, Charu Chandra Das, they touched on many things which Prabhupada told me to do.
গৌরাঙ্গ প্রেম মহারাজ, চারুচন্দ্র দাস এবং অন্যান্যরা তারা বিভিন্ন বিষয় ছিল প্রভুপাদ যা আমাকে করতে বলেছিলেন সেই সব বিষয়ে তারা কিছুটা আলোকপাত করেছেন।
I cannot do so many things myself.
I cannot do so many things by myself.
আমি একা এত কিছু কাজ আমি করতে পারি।
So Prabhupada has sent me some disciples and devotees, God brothers, God sisters who are helping me.
So Prabhupada has sent me some devotees, some disciples, God brothers and God sisters who are helping me.
তাই ছিল প্রভুপাদ আমাকে কিছু ভক্ত, কিছু শিষ্য, কিছু গুরু ভ্রাতা, গুরু ভগ্নী পাঠিয়েছেন যাতে তারা আমাকে হেল্প করতে পারেন, সাহায্য করতে পারেন।
We want to develop the TOVP.
We want to develop the TOVP.
আমরা এই তারামণ্ডল সমন্বিত মন্দিরের উন্নয়ন করতে চাই।
We want to see the Navadip Parikrama develop.
We want to see the Navadip Parikrama developed.
আমরা চাই নবদ্বীপ পরিক্রমার উন্নতি সাধন।
And we want to develop the Gaurmandal Bhumi.
And we want to develop the Gaurmandal Bhumi.
আমরা এই গৌরমণ্ডল ভূমির উন্নয়ন ইচ্ছা করি।
We want to see Prabhupada's books read and distributed.
We want to see Srila Prabhupada's books read and distributed.
আমরা চাই যে শিল প্রভুপাদের গ্রন্থাবলী অধ্যয়ন করা হবে এবং সেগুলি বিতরণ করা হবে।
I read a quote from Srila Prabhupada to Gopal Krishna Swami.
We read a quote from Srila Prabhupada to Gopal Krishna Goswami.
আমরা শিল প্রভুপাদের একটি উক্তি পড়লাম, শিল প্রভুপাদের উক্তি গোপাল কৃষ্ণ স্বামীকে।
When he was a grihastha.
When he was a grihastha.
যখন তিনি গৃহস্থ আশ্রমে ছিলেন।
And Prabhupada said, "You're not a karmi."
And Prabhupada said, "You're not a karmi."
এবং শিল প্রভুপাদ বললেন যে তুমি কর্মী নও।
You are doing devotional service. You earn money, you spend it on Krishna. You're preaching, you're a devotee.
You're doing devotional service, you're earning, and you're preaching about Krishna. You are a devotee.
তুমি ভগবানের ভক্ত, কারণ তুমি কাজ করছো এবং কাজ করে তুমি রোজগার করছো এবং তুমি ভগবানের সেবা করছো, তাই তুমি ভক্ত।
One of our senior spiritual masters and devotees.
He is one of our senior spiritual masters and a devotee.
এখন তিনি আমাদের বরিষ্ঠ গুরুগণের মধ্যে তিনি একজন গুরুদেব এবং একজন বরিষ্ঠ ভক্ত।
So Lord Chaitanya's associates said that whether one is a grihastha or vairagi in the renounced life, everyone should chant Hare Krishna.
So Lord Chaitanya's associate said that whether one is a grihastha or a vairagi, renunciate, one should chant Hare Krishna.
তাই ভগবান চৈতন্য মহাপ্রভুর বরিষ্ঠ পার্ষদগণ তারা বলেছেন যে গৃহে থাকো, বনে থাকো, সদা হরি বলে ডাকো।
Now the world pandemic, all the devotees, all the followers of Srila Prabhupada should take this opportunity to teach the message of Srila Prabhupada.
Now at the time of pandemic, all the devotees, they should use this opportunity in preaching the teachings of Srila Prabhupada.
এখন এই সারা বিশ্বব্যাপী যে অতিমারি বা মহামারীর জন্য সমস্ত প্রভুপাদের অনুগামীদের উচিত যে এই সময় তারা শ্রীল প্রভুপাদের শিক্ষা প্রচারের জন্য মনোনিবেশ করেন।
Lord Chaitanya said, "Pratidite Achayata Nagarigam Sarvatra Pracharite Harvivarnam." And every town and village of the whole world, my name will be sung.
Lord Chaitanya said, in every town and village, my name would be sung.
ভগবান চৈতন্য মহাপ্রভু বলেছেন যে পৃথিবীতে আছে যত নগরাদি গ্রাম সর্বত্র প্রচারিত হইবে মোর নাম।
So now, Prabhupada has established centers in almost every country of the world.
Now, as Prabhupada has established centers in almost every country of the world.
এখন বর্তমান সময়ে শ্রীল প্রভুপাদ পৃথিবীর প্রায় সমস্ত দেশেই এই কেন্দ্র স্থাপন করেছেন।
Now is our opportunity to have all the people chant the name of God.
So now is the opportunity to help the people to chant the names of God.
এখন হচ্ছে আমাদের সেই সুযোগ যখন আমরা সমগ্র বিশ্ববাসীকে ভগবানের নাম কীর্তন করার জন্য আমরা সাহায্য করতে পারি, উদ্বুদ্ধ করতে পারি।
And chanting Hare Krishna, the Kalmasha of Kali is destroyed.
By chanting Hare Krishna, the Kalmasha of Kali Yuga will be destroyed.
হরে কৃষ্ণ মহামন্ত্র কীর্তন করার ফলে কলির কলমশ নাশ হয়ে যাবে।
But if one wants to chant the name of God, Prabhupada said that was all right.
But if someone wants to chant some other names of God, Prabhupada said it's all right.
কিন্তু যদি কেউ ঈশ্বরের ভগবানের অন্য কোন নাম কীর্তন করতে চায়, শিল প্রভুপাদ বলেছেন তাও ঠিক আছে।
Anyway, Prabhupada had given us this seva to Lord Krishna.
Anyway, how Srila Prabhupada has given us this seva to Lord Krishna.
যাই হোক কিভাবে ছিল প্রভুপাদ আমাদেরকে এই কৃষ্ণের চরণের সেবা আমাদেরকে দান করেছেন।
It's something very confidential.
It's something very confidential.
এটা অত্যন্ত রহস্যাবৃত একটি বিষয়।
Even the theist, even the priest, even the pandits, no one knows about this. Serving the Lord.
Even the priests, even the pandits, nobody knows about this, serving the Lord.
এমনকি সমস্ত আস্তিক্যবাদীগণ, এমনকি সমস্ত পুরোহিতগণ, এমনকি সমস্ত মহাত্মাগণও এই সেবা সম্বন্ধে তারা অজ্ঞাত।
They all pray to God to help them get some peace or happiness materially.
They just pray to God to give some peace or material happiness.
তারা সকলেই ভগবানের কাছে, ঈশ্বরের কাছে প্রার্থনা করে কিছু শান্তি এবং কিছু জড়জাগতিক সুখ স্বাচ্ছন্দ্যের জন্য।
They don't know actually how love of Godhead and how the service to Godhead is the real happiness we are searching for.
But they don't know how the love for Godhead and the search and the service of Godhead is the real happiness we are searching for.
কিন্তু তারা জানে না যে প্রকৃত যে বস্তু আমরা অন্বেষণ করছি তা হচ্ছে ভগবত প্রেম, ভগবানের প্রতি ভক্তিমূলক সেবা।
So I hope all the devotees, all the disciples on this Vyasapuja will take this very seriously and develop their Krishna consciousness.
So I hope that all the devotees on this Vyasapuja take this very seriously and develop their Krishna consciousness.
তাই আমি আশা করছি যে সমস্ত ভগবান, সমস্ত ভক্তগণ, সমস্ত শিষ্যবৃন্দ এই ব্যাস পূজা উপলক্ষে এই বিষয়টিকে অত্যন্ত দৃঢ়চিত্তে, অত্যন্ত নিষ্ঠাচিত্তে গ্রহণ করবেন এবং তাদের কৃষ্ণ চেতনা তারা উন্নয়ন করার চেষ্টা করবেন।
Lochan Das Thakur saying that Lord Chaitanya is the avatar ceremony, is the crown jewel of all the incarnations of Godhead.
Lord Lochan Das Thakur said that Lord Chaitanya is the crown jewel of all the incarnations of God.
লোচন দাস ঠাকুর উল্লেখ করেছেন যে ভগবান শ্রী চৈতন্য মহাপ্রভু হচ্ছেন সব অবতার সার শিরোমণি।
Because he has given a process which is simply blissful.
Because he has given a process which is simply blissful.
কারণ তিনি এমন একটি পদ্ধতি দিয়েছেন যা হচ্ছে কেবলমাত্র আনন্দ মুখর, কেবল আনন্দ কন্দ।
So we hope that all the devotees will always taste and live in this bliss.
So we hope that all the devotees will taste this bliss.
আমরা আশা করছি যে সমস্ত ভক্তগণ এই আনন্দে লাভ করবেন এবং এই আনন্দ নিয়েই বেঁচে থাকবেন।
One disciple from I think Dalarajas, Shandas, Seva Padmadasi, she wrote that the Rajavasis under the Govardhan Hill are also in lockdown for a week.
So Seva Padma Devi Dasi from Balram Desh, she said, Shyamdesh or Damodar Desh, she said that the Brajvasis were also in lockdown for 1 week
In the Govardhan
under the Govardhan Hill.
But they didn't feel that the time was distressful because they were with Krishna.
but they didn't feel that the time was distressful because they were with Krishna.
সেবাপদ্ম দেবী দাসী শ্যামদেশ অথবা
So we want all the disciples, all the devotees to be with Krishna and feel happiness all the time.
So we want all the disciples to be with Krishna and feel happy all the times.
অথবা দামোদর দেশের থেকে তিনি উল্লেখ করেছেন যে যে সমস্ত ভক্তবৃন্দ যখন গোবর্ধনে ছিলেন তারাও এক সপ্তাহ ব্যাপী লকডাউন বা তালাবন্ধ পরিস্থিতি ছিলেন, কিন্তু তারা যেহেতু ভগবান শ্রীকৃষ্ণের সংস্পর্শে ছিলেন সেই জন্য তারা কোন রকম দুঃখ কষ্ট উপভোগ করেননি। তাই আমিও চাই যে সমস্ত ভক্তবৃন্দ তারা ভগবান শ্রীকৃষ্ণের সঙ্গ লাভ করবেন, ভগবান শ্রীকৃষ্ণের আনন্দে থাকবেন।
Thank you all very much.
So thank you all very much.
তাই আপনাদের সকলকে অশেষ ধন্যবাদ।
Hare Krishna.
হরে কৃষ্ণ।
I'm sorry that we can't give you a big feast today.
I'm sorry that we cannot give you a big feast today.
আমি দুঃখিত যে আমি আপনাদেরকে আজকে বিশাল বড় একটি ফিস্ট বা মহাপ্রসাদ দিতে পারবো না।
Hare Krishna.
জয় ওং বিষ্ণুপাদ পরমহংস পরিব্রাজকাচার্য অষ্টোত্তর শ্রী শ্রীমৎ জয়পতাকা স্বামী গুরু মহারাজ কি জয়। শ্রী শ্রী ব্যাসপূজা মহামহোৎসব কি জয়।
Hare Krishna. On behalf of all the disciples, Guru Maharaj, we offer our eternal grateful. We're very, very grateful to you. You're taking so much difficulties and trouble to be with us, to bless us, to inspire us.
হরে কৃষ্ণ। সমস্ত ভক্তবৃন্দের পক্ষ হয়ে আমরা আপনার শ্রীচরণের প্রতি চিরকৃতজ্ঞ। আপনি কত কষ্ট স্বীকার করছেন গুরু মহারাজ আমাদের সকলের হিতের জন্য।
On this most auspicious day, we beg your mercy, blessings, that we may be able to follow your instructions.
এই পরম মঙ্গলময় শুভ অবসরে শুভ দিনে আমরা সকলেই আপনার কৃপা ভিক্ষা করছি যাতে আমরা আপনার কথা মতো চলতে পারি, আপনার সমস্ত কথা বা আদেশ আমরা পালন করে চলতে পারি।
So now, on behalf of all the devotees, Bhakti Nityananda Maharaj and Benedhari Prabhu will be doing the Pada Prakaran, washing of the lotus feet, while Sachikumar Prabhu sings.
এখন সমস্ত ভক্তবৃন্দের পক্ষ হয়ে শ্রীমৎ ভক্তি নিত্যানন্দ মহারাজ এবং শ্রীপাদ বেনুধারী প্রভু তারা দুজন।
Hare Krishna, everyone. Dandot Pranam. Thank you so much for watching. We are going to now do live glorification. So those devotees who are ready, they can go and start the glorification. And then we're going to have Guru Puja. One second. We welcome His Grace Nityananda Prabhuji. I don't see him now.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you very much.
Would you like to say something? Kamal Mukha Prabhuji from Houston, welcome. Haribol.
Hare Krishna. You'd like me to say something?
Yeah, you would like to say something and then you can give elaborate glorification later.
Yes.
But you can maybe lead us for glorification. So if anybody would like to say something, maybe you can coordinate if you like to.
Okay, no, you can do the coordination, but Om Jnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuramitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Pishtaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapataka Swami Namine Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Pishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pacharine Nirvisheshunyavadi Pasyati Dushtaya. So, I'm very fortunate to be in your midst. This is actually the best Vyasapuja that can be celebrated because Guru Maharaj is very dedicated to the service of Lord Gauranga Mahaprabhu, who who is none other than Radha and Krishna, and of course of Lord Nityananda, who is none other than Lord Balaram. And we can see how much sincere dedication he has from all the difficulties that he goes through, and yet he remains completely fixed up. And the most of all, the best quality is that he is always so generous towards all other living entities, wishing them well, wishing for the very best for them at all times. And so I'm very happy to be here. I'm very fortunate to be part of this program. And please, everybody, please speak from your heart. And at the time of the chapter 9 Bhagavad Gita, I will say a little more, because today the chapter we're talking about is very relevant to this celebration of Vyasapuja. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Dandot Pranam. We are blessed to have your association. So let me see who wants to go next. Rajni Mataji was saying, "Oh, my dear Gurudev." Mataji, want to speak more? You can share your experience. You just got initiated. We'd like to hear from you. And
Yes.
just to encourage all of you that this is the one time of the year a devotee gets an opportunity to glorify his spiritual master openly. So every devotee should take this opportunity. Glorification of the spiritual master is the life and soul of a devotee. All we do after initiation is we live our life in service of spiritual master, and if our service is good, he gets glorified. So this is the best opportunity. So I don't want anybody to feel shy. We are all family, so just speak from your heart, and Krishna will bless you to speak. Hari Bol. You can turn on your video and speak.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. I'm bowing down onto your lotus feet for showing us the path of blissfulness with your causeless mercy, even though we are not at all qualified to taste nectarian Krishna consciousness, Guru Maharaj. And Guru Maharaj, thank you very much. I'm bowing down onto your lotus feet for accepting me as your disciple, even though I'm not at all, like qualified for that thing. I'm really happy. At the same time, like the Krishna consciousness, because of your mercy only we come to know about the blissfulness in our hearts. And thank you very much, Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna. Hare Bol. Hare Krishna. Please bless us to be Krishna consciousness always, always, always. Thank you, Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Jai Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Mataji is joining us from Canada. Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Who'd like to go next? Madhav Rajnath Prabhuji is saying, Hare Krishna Prabhu, I would like to offer homages. Thank you. Please go ahead, Prabhuji. Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Hare Krishna. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Padaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapataka Swami Niti Namine Namo Charabdaya Nitakra Vatayine Gorgata Damade Nagara Matayine. Happy Ekadashi and happy Vyasapuja celebration to everyone. And Vyasapuja planning we have been doing for quite some time, and we wanted to do a big celebration in our dear Shri Radhakalachandji Dham, but seems like Krishna had a different plan. And but thanks to the technology, I think we are able to celebrate like this and listen to each other. And today and yesterday, in fact, in Mayapur also, Guru Maharaj and the a lot of other disciples and well-wishers did the celebration online as well, which itself has been a quite good. So this is, I think, one celebration which all of us look forward to, where we can talk about Guru Maharaj, basically tell about how Guru Maharaj has been changing our lives, or how Guru Maharaj has been changing lives of others. And for some of us in Dallas, I think we are fortunate that Saroja Madhav Prabhu is actually in very close circle with Guru Maharaj, and we get to hear a lot of pastimes of Guru Maharaj, which we may not be experiencing personally ourselves. So we thank Sarvaja Madhav Prabhu for that. And I think that he's kind of an eye for us to know more about Guru Maharaj. And especially in this current situation where we are right now with COVID-19 coronavirus. And I think we feel that, oh, this is very extreme difficult and how can we do our service? But if we take example of Guru Maharaj's condition for last 10 plus years, where how he has been in the condition, and he has not stopped even a single day. I mean, he has been doing the initiations, the preaching, even in every single day online or whatever media he can use it. So I think that is a good learning and good lesson for us, that this, I think coronavirus will be there temporarily, maybe this material world, whatever challenges we have it, so probably those will disappear with Krishna's mercy in some time. But I think important thing for us is to continue the service, learn from Guru Maharaj how he has been doing it. Hopefully with Guru Maharaj mercy we can do it as well. And as we know, any event with Guru Maharaj is always a big festival. The number of time he has come here to Dallas, or some of us have visited him in Atlanta, or some of a fortunate soul have participated in some festival in Mayapur as well. So I think that itself shows that all this celebration, how much love people have for Guru Maharaj, and I mean, unbelievable. And we pray to Guru Maharaj that he can continue this mercy on us to continue our path on Krishna consciousness. And as a small service to Guru Maharaj, and with mercy from Sarvaja Madhav Prabhu, I have been doing little service, actually supporting in background to Prabhuji on Zoom Japathon, and also on I think our daily Bhagavad Gita class, which His Grace Nityanand Prabhu is giving. And whatever other services I can do, we as a family are trying to do. And hopefully Guru Maharaj can continue to give us the mercy and we can continue on this path. So thank you everyone. Once again, happy Guru Maharaj Vyasapuja day to everyone. Hopefully maybe things will get better and all of us can personally meet and do the celebrations and enjoy the Krishna consciousness. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Madhavendra Prabhu. And yes, he has been a great support. He's been supporting in the background, and whenever I call him, he's ready to serve. So I really take this opportunity to thank him for his dedication towards spreading Krishna consciousness. Hari Bol, Dandot Pranam. Who would like to go next?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Can I go?
Please announce your name and introduce yourself and go, Mataji. And if possible, turn on your video, that will be better.
Sure, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, everyone. Please Prabhupada and Gurudev. My name is Diptimoyi Radha Devi Dasi. Thank you so much, Sarvaja Madhava Prabhu, for organizing this celebration. We are so happy and really feeling that we are having this celebration in person only. So we are so happy, Prabhuji. So,
Mataji, except feast, everything is good. We cannot offer feast.
Thank you so much. Very good. Om Agyanatimirandhasya Gyananjana Salakya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimati Jayapataka Swami Niti Namine. Namo Acharya Padaya Nitai Kripa Pradayane Gaurakatha Dhamadaya Nagara Dramatarane. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarine. wish you a very, very happy 71st Vyasapuja, dear Guru Maharaj. And though I am very unqualified to speak anything about you, but still today I will take the opportunity to speak a few words, and I would like to share my feelings about you, Guru Maharaj. So it's really a very, very means I am so grateful that very kindly you have accepted me as your disciple. And I am sometimes I'm really amazed, and means I think that how like you are so much how the way you extend yourself to give the love of Godhead to each and every soul to this world. This is really very amazing. You know, yesterday I was reading Srila Prabhupada Lilamrit, where Srila Prabhupada is saying that a person who gives himself to others, that is called magnanimity. So for you, there is no bound about magnanimity, because now we can see that the way means your body does not support you, but the way you try to extend yourself beyond your way, and you try to preach the message of Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev, that's really very, very, very astonishing. And I am really very, very grateful, and very, very really I'm very, very grateful to you that the way you have created the environment of Mayapur. And this environment in Mayapur, it's so vibrating, it's so nice that whole world can take shelter in Mayapur. So this Mayapur is a very, very nice gift from you to us. So I am really very, very grateful, and I will please give me your blessings, and please give me your mercy, so that I can follow your instruction and I can make my life meaningful. Thank you, Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Diptimati Mataji. Thank you so much for coming online and giving your offerings. Hari Bol, Guru Maharaj ki jai.
Jai.
Would like to go next? Diptimoi Radha Mataji ki jai.
Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, my Prabhuji wants to say something.
Please announce the name and go ahead, Mataji. And please turn on your video. Jai. Hari Bol Prabhuji. Yes.
Please explain your obeisances.
Fully dedicated family.
Hare Krishna. Danas Prabhuji. Om Jnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unnamitamena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimati Jayapataka Samiti Namane Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimati Radhana Samiti Namane Namaste Saraswati Vishnu Guru Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Samiti Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Shri Gaurvani Pacharini Nirvishunvadi Paschadistharini. Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, thank you very much for organizing this. My name is Balram Haridas, and just want to share something. Yesterday in Bhakti Vriksha, we were reading about the glorification of Lord, currently reading the 5th chapter. And someone asked a question that it seems that the activities of Lord are just like that of common man. And we were referring to Srimad Bhagavatam for answer to that. And Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, chapter number 1, verse number 20, I guess. The last 3 words of the verse say, Gudha, Kapata, Manusha. And that describes that actually Lord, when he comes to this world, he does 3 things. He is a Gudha, which means it's secret, it's covered. It's Kapata, which means whatever he does unassumingly like a common man. and he behaves like a manushya. That's what Krishna and Balaram are doing. And I was thinking yesterday on this, that was Prabhupada mentioned, that it is Lord is Param Purusha, is the supreme personality of Godhead. And I was thinking that not just Lord, but also great personalities like what we have in a disciplic succession, and also His Holiness Jayapataka Guru Maharaj. And Prabhupada himself says that he is Gaurdhana Jana. So these are not ordinary personalities who are present amongst ourselves. To me, unfortunately, it seems like he is just another person, maybe little more devoted or capable of doing things. But these are extremely great personalities who come down for our purification, for our upliftment. And although from a human perspective, it seems that he is undergoing pain, there's so much bodily discomfort, but actually it is another way of Lord using these great personalities to show to us that when it comes to service of Lord, these bodily discomforts do not mean anything. In 2016, when he came to DC, myself and Deeptimoy were staying in DC, and we had some opportunity of serving him. And I asked him, I was very impatient, and I asked him that, Guru Maharaj, you're traveling so much, it pains. He said, well, I used to travel so much. Nowadays, it is restricted to just one time. And I was still out of my immature nature. I was trying to tell him that it pains me when I see you traveling so much. But now I can understand, like, as I see him more and more, I feel that for him, these bodily discomforts, and I remember this January when Mahavara Prabhu was speaking in Atlanta, I was hearing online that to him it means nothing. Bodily discomforts are all aside. He can still focus on giving a Bhagavad Gita or making the nurse chant in the ICU when he's been intubated. And so these are examples that show us that these great personalities that are amongst us, these Mahapurushas, they are simply performing pastimes in a very covered way, just like Lord comes as Supreme Personality of Godhead. These personalities as extremely dedicated souls to spread the message of Krishna consciousness to us. They also come, and it is simply for our purification that they show us that even though I have bodily discomfort, it's an inspiration for us to see that how, in spite of all these bodily discomforts, one can go ahead in his Krishna consciousness, not only in practice but in extreme preaching. So it's a great. So his life actually gives me a lot of inspiration to see how. I mean, I am nowhere in like preaching or in practice what our Guru Parampara expects, but it gives me a lot of inspiration that I must cultivate myself and push myself, that even if there is a bad health, I must be strong in my Krishna consciousness. So that's what I understand from the glorious exemplary life of His Holiness Jayapataka Guru Maharaj. Thank you very much, Prabhuji, for organizing this. And once again, all our Dandavats pranams to life and example of His Holiness Jayapataka Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna. Dandavats.
Hari Bol. Thank you so much. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Everybody, this is Tribhanga Krishnadas, and I would like to go next.
Prabhuji, turn on your video. Yes.
Yes. Om Agyantimirandasya Gyananjana Salakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. So I will be quick because I know others also need some time. I was hearing Guru Maharaj Vyasapuja all night pretty much, and connected on Facebook. And I was overwhelmed by hearing all his disciples all over the world. And I was thinking, how much of dedication and spirituality everyone has in them. And I was thinking that, if you look at all the followers, the quality of a leader is found in his followers, actually. So, and one thing that struck me, every time I hear Guru Maharaj, you know, I always learn from him, try to learn something or the other. And yesterday's lecture that we also heard today in this class, Guru Maharaj shared that in material life, you know, everyone is after sense gratification. It's all about myself, my happiness. And in spiritual life, we are thinking of others, or serving Krishna, or serving devotees, or serving others all the time. And that is what Guru Maharaj is, actually. If you look at his life, he's always thinking about others. He doesn't find faults in his devotees. He corrects them in a nice way, forgiving way, in a very positive attitude. So that's, you know, one quality I really admire about Guru Maharaj. And you know, we can always learn. Every time I hear him, I learn something new. So just wanted to share that. Thank you, everyone. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, Tribhuga Prabhu has been serving Guru Maharaj a lot. He's been hosting Bhakti Viksha for many, many years. Thank you so much for all your wonderful services, Prabhuji. Hari Bol. And
Thank you.
Does Mataji want to speak anything?
Yes.
Hare Krishna, everyone.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, we want to see your full face, so make sure that your face is a little up, or your window is screen is a little down. Yes, Mataji.
I'll be very quick. It's about to 8 o'clock. I'll just prayer in my mind. I just want to say thanks to all the devotees. Thank you, Prabhuji, for organizing this. I just wanted to say, whenever we met Guru Maharaj in our whole time we were in with the devotees, every time we got somehow one blessings, or we had a memorable time with Guru Maharaj. And as Prabhuji shared, listening to Guru Maharaj, and when I see the other whole world, all devotees from ISKCON all over the world admire Guru Maharaj, that really gives a goosebumps how blessed we are in the line of sponsorship we are in for Guru Maharaj. And Guru Maharaj brought so many blessings, and when I see other devotees, sometimes I find fault in myself. Oh, we are doing nothing. We should do so much. Like, we should read more, we should serve more, we should do so much. And every time I'll pray for this day, another time also to Guru Maharaj to continue to bless us, so we can serve you and the devotees much better way. Thank you. Hari Bol.
Hari Bol. Thank you so much, Mataji. Dandot Pranam. Thank you, Totally Mataji.
Thank you. Dandot.
Avinash Prabhu wants to go next. Prabhuji, you're next.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hari Bol, Dandot Pranam. Abhiram Prana Gauradas Prabhu ki jai. Go ahead.
Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtai Putri Srimati Jayapataka Swami Tinamine. Namo Acharya Padaya Nitai Kripa Pradayine. Gaurakata Damadaya Nagaragaramatharine. Dear Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. Wishing you a very happy 71st Vyasapuja. You have been tirelessly working day and night, even when your body does not support you, and you have given the mercy of Lord Nityananda Mahaprabhu to millions of souls. You have fulfilled the instructions of your Guru Maharaj Srila Prabhupada with such sincerity and dedication. I'm praying that I could imbibe a drop of that sincerity and devotion in following your instructions and serving you and Prabhupada. Thank you for accepting me as your disciple. Thank you, Guru Maharaj.
Hari Bol. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Dandot Pranam. And you have been serving a lot. We know how wonderful your services are. So we cannot thank you enough. And welcome to Guru Maharaj family. You recently got initiated. We all pray that you continue services eternally. Abhiram Pran Gauradas Prabhuji ki jai. Haribol. Hope your family is good. So we have few more minutes. We can take some more offerings. Take this opportunity if anybody would like to go next.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Mataji, can you turn on your video and introduce yourself?
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, this is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from College Station. I would like to speak few words, Prabhuji.
Vinita Mataji, go ahead.
Hare Krishna. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapataka Swami Niti Namane Namacharya Padaya Nitaya Kripa Padaya Nikaura Katha Tamataya Nakra Gramatarine Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Kauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavati Pastata Deshatarine. Guru Maharaj, please accept my respectful obeisances. I would like to thanks for accepting me as a spiritual child and giving me initiation this Jan. 1 second, Prabhu.
Gandharvika Mataji got a call from Gandharva.
Sorry, Prabhuji, my daughter came. I would like to thank Guru Maharaj for accepting me and giving me initiation this year. And thank you, Nityananda Prabhuji, for your support for my initiation. And Guru Maharaj, you're showing so much of mercy to everyone, like fallen soul like me. I am such a fallen person. I cannot even glorify you properly, and please I beg you at your lotus feet that please help me so that I can progress in my spiritual life. Guru Maharaj, thank you so much for everything. Jai Gauranga. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, Vinita Mataji, Gandharvika Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you for your nice offerings. Haribol. Who's next? Haribol.
Mataji, Prabhuji, can I go?
Why not? Please.
Strong as Himalayas, pure as Madagara, your bhakti talent turn up to Goloka. Shenapati of Shenapati Bhakta. The world with Krishna Prema, nothing can stop it. Say so, but fire, it will keep going. Down, Samajuna whole world that Krishna Prema, Jai Shila Jayapataka Swami Guru Deva. You hold the great shine, torch and knowledge, letting the way
back
to Godhead. You inspire us, take out the Garanga. Millions to it to Krishna, to our Father. You are God, patiently waiting for us to comply. Father, your orders and stay by your side, making you into a since Father, as strong as the Himalayas, pure as Madaganga. Your bhakti chara up to Goloka. Shenapati Yam Shenapati Bhakta. Jila Jayapataka Swami Guru Deva. Thank you for your mercy, fastation. Thank you for your mercy.
Thank you for your
example in devotion. Thank you for your mercy.
love and
care and inspiration. My initiator of creation. Shishila Jayapataka Swami Gurudeva. Shishila Jayapataka Swami Gurudeva. I know this is a very big song. Hare Krishna.
Awesome. This is one of the best offerings. I'm sure Guru Maharaj is also going to say the same thing. Mataji, if you can please kindly record this offering and share it with
I already posted, Prabhuji, in the group, in Dallas group I posted.
Oh, Jai, I'm going to make sure that this goes to Guru Maharaj and whole world listens to this. She
Thank you,
stands
Prabhuji.
so hard. Thank you so much. What's your name, my dear?
Balavrinda.
Balavinda Mataji ki
5-year-old.
jai. So cute. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hari. So it is 8:02. Usually at this time, we start the Bhagavad Gita class. But I took permission from His Grace Nityananda Prabhuji that we can extend a little bit longer for another 15-20 minutes max. And then we're going to start the Bhagavad Gita class today around 8:20-ish. Nityananda Prabhuji also engaged in something, so he'll join around 8:15. So if anybody else would like to go, please kindly go. And they have 1 or 2, maximum 3 offerings, homages. And then we're going to do Guru Puja. After Guru Puja, we're going to start the class. And today we might not do the Kirtan, but we'll do one japa round. And then after the class, Nityananda Prabhuji is going to give his homages. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna.
Anybody like to go next? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, so maybe you can hear my offerings and then we can start the program soon. If other devotees are not ready to offer right now, maybe they can come back later. I was up watching Guru Maharaj Vyasapuja until 3 a.m., almost 3:30 a.m. And I got a call from Janakiram Prabhu that he said, Prabhu, please send me your video offerings, Vyasapuja homages. And I was not prepared for the video message. So I stayed up and I was preparing. I was thinking what I should say. It's not easy to glorify Guru Maharaj. Actually, it's very easy, but it's not easy to glorify him in short time. You need hours and hours because he's ocean of mercy. So I said, how can I, in short time, condense everything and say? So it took me almost 2.5 hours to prepare my homages. And at around 2:30-ish, I prepared it and I sent it to Janakiram Prabhu. And he played it. And Guru Maharaj heard it. So I'm grateful to Janakiram Prabhu and grateful to Guru Maharaj for giving me this opportunity to glorify him on his 71st Vyasapuja day. So let's see if we can play my offerings. My dear Guru Maharaj, please accept my respectful obeisances at your lotus feet. All glories to Gurudev and Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. I wish you a very blissful, healthy Srila Prabhupada and Gauranga conscious 71st Vyasapuja celebrations. Guru Maharaj, your lotus feet is the only way by which we can attain pure devotional service. I bow down to your lotus feet with a great awe and reverence. By your grace, we can cross the ocean of material suffering and obtain the mercy of Lord Krishna and Gauranga. Dear Gurudev, your glories are unlimited and it's very challenging to describe your glories in few minutes. Whenever I get an opportunity to talk about you, I forget the sense of time and I keep on talking. And the best part is, whoever is listening will also relish your pastimes as much as I relish talking about you. You are such a loving spiritual father to all of us. You distribute love like a never-ending waterfalls. Your compassion is unparalleled. Even in the ICU fighting for your life, you care about other patients and their families and bless them. You are so merciful. The fact that in spite of so many physical challenges, you are still initiating disciples, knowingly that if they don't follow the regulatory principles, you will have to suffer for their karmas, is one of the examples of your mercifulness, Gurudev. When I hear a word, transcendental, I can very well connect with that with you. You are never on the material platform. You are always in consciousness of Srila Prabhupada, Radha Madhav, Panchatattva, Narsimhadev, Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra Devi, and Guru Parampara. You are a true well-wisher of mankind. The whole world is suffering from this novel corona pandemic, and you are constantly thinking how to help people around the world. You are inspiring many devotees around the world to constantly chant the holy names and save the world from this coronavirus pandemic. You are reaching out to top officials around the world to inspire them to encourage all the spiritual organizations to come on a common platform to collectively chant any holy names as per their sacred books and send transcendental vibration globally to save everyone from this deadly coronavirus pandemic. Your message, kill the invisible enemy, coronavirus, with the invisible weapon, mantra, has inspired me to start an international Japathon and thousands of devotees chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. I'm very grateful to you for inspiring me and blessing me to do this service. And I know there are many more like me who are inspired by your vision and trying to follow your guidance to spread holy names around the world. You are a miracle, Gurudev, determined to save the world with the power of the holy names. You are unstoppable in the service of Srila Prabhupada and spreading Gaura Katha worldwide. I pray to you, Gurudev, if you so desire, please bless all of us to follow on your lotus footsteps and assist you in spreading Krishna consciousness unlimitedly. Thank you, dear Gurudev, for your unconditional love and causeless mercy on all of us. Koti Koti Dandavat at your lotus feet. Gauranga. Wish you very, very happy Vyasapuja celebrations. Your loving spiritual family, Saroja Madhudas, Sadhvi Radharani Devidasi, Tanushri Vinda Devidasi, Adi Nitai Das, Anadi Nimai Das, Singhania family from Hyderabad, India, devotees from Dallas and North America. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gauranga, Guru Maharaj ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol.
Thank you, Prabhu. Wonderful realization.
Very nice offering. Very nice, very heartfelt, and we're so happy to hear it, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for sharing.
I wanted it to be more naturally, so I didn't want to add, a lot of scriptures and all, so I just wanted to make it natural. Thank you so much for inspiring me, so I can, offer every time. So now, Guru Maharaj ki jai.
Jai.
So now what? Yes, Haribol.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. This is Pandare Krishnadas. Can I?
Dandot Pranam. Go ahead.
Yes,
Welcome. Turn on your video so we can see you.
Yes, bro. Just a minute.
And after this, we're going to go do Guru Puja, Guru Maharaj Puja, and we'll play the Puja from Mayapur so you all can see the lotus feet of Guru Maharaj. They were bathing the lotus feet. And then we can start Bhagavad Gita class.
Sorry, bro. Just a minute. I'm having some trouble with turning on the video.
I can see. Where are you? What?
Let me send you a message, Prabhu. If you by that you get it.
We can turn on your video, but I don't.
Send you a message. Unable to access.
What name did you come under?
Pradeep.
He's under Pradeep Prabhuji. Pradeep.
Send message to Pradeep Prabhu.
Pradeep.
Okay, Prabhuji, go ahead. We'll transcendentally see you. You go ahead and.
I'm just trying to turn on this this thing camera.
No, he's under name Pradeep Prabhuji. Sarajay Madhav.
Yeah, I'm trying to see.
I found it, Prabhu, but it seems he's not able to turn on his video.
Him. You go ahead and speak, Prabhuji, no problem. Asked to start video, I just did. Did you see? What name did you come under? Pradeep.
Pradeep.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. I go ahead and speak, Prabhuji, no problem. Asked to start video, I just did. Did you see? Our senior godbrother from Houston is here. Kamal Mukha Prabhu, my obeisance at your lotus feet, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for joining and blessing us with your association. You are the senior most disciple of His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj in Texas.
Prabhu, turn your camera around, Prabhu.
Now we all have to
Prabhu.
turn. Yes.
Okay. Yes, thank you.
Jai Haribol. Go ahead.
Prabhu, you're on mute.
We have to unmute.
Yeah, I can see now.
Yeah, we can hear you, Prabhu, now.
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you, Prabhuji. I will be quick, Prabhuji. I think it's already time now. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishna Bhutale Srimate Jayapataka Swami Namo Acharya Padaya Nitaya Kripa Padaya Gaurakatha Damadaya Nagaragram Tharani Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishna Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namo Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravan Pracharya Nirviseshan on this auspicious day of Guru Maharaj's appearance day, 71st appearance day. So I would like to mention a couple of points that are really dear to my heart about Guru Maharaj. So first one is from Guru Maharaj we are getting a desire to serve devotees. How to serve devotees, that is a constant meditation of Guru Maharaj. So that desire, whoever comes in contact with Guru Maharaj, they are also getting that desire. What way I can serve devotees, what way I can serve this ISKCON mission. So that desire is very infectious, and if we are having that desire, then whoever we come in contact with also will get that desire. So that is the blessing of Guru Maharaj. That is number one. And number two is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes, attraction for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes. That is the mercy of Guru Maharaj. Even though we are in Krishna consciousness, we will not be attracted so much unless we have the mercy of the associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to relish those pastimes and to be attracted and to constantly repeat them. Because as he's saying that I want all of you to become attracted to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his Gaur Leela and go back to Godhead in his very life. So those are the two things that are very dear to my heart from Guru Maharaj's pastimes. So I would like to share with the devotees. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Pundarika Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you so much for your offering. I know how much you have love for holy name and scriptures. I think you are one of the disciples I know immersed in the holy name and scriptures almost 12 to 18 hours a day, maybe. Haribol. Dandavat Pranam.
Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Dandavat.
So we'll, sorry, unfortunately, we cannot go on with the glorifications right now. We have to follow the schedule. So now we'll put the Guru Puja. We're going to do I'm going to do the Aarti here, and you can watch Aarti live from Mayapur. It's a recorded video. So give me 1 second.
Prabhuji, I am all set. I can play it.
Go ahead.
You can
go ahead.
Prepare for the Aarti, Prabhu.
Go ahead.
Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya. Jaya Guru Dev, Guru Dev, Guru Dev, Guru Dev, Jaya Jaya Guru Dev, Guru Dev, Guru Dev, Guru Dev. Shri Guru Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti Sadma Sri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti Sadma Bando Mui Sabodhano Mate Mui Sabodhano Mate Bando Mui Sabodhano Mate Bando Mui Sabodhano Jaharo prasade bhai e bhavato hiya jai Krishna prapti hai jaha hoite 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 Guru Mukha Padma Vaka Chite Te Koriya Oika Guru Mukha Padma Vaka Aruna Kori Hamane Asa Aruna Kori Hamane Asa Shri Guru Charane Roti Shri Guru Charane Roti Krishna Prati Hoi Jaha Hoite Vede Gaida Charita Vede Gaida Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu Adama Nara Bandhu Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu Adama Nara Bandhu Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu Adama Nara Bandhu Lokona Lokera Jivana Lokona प्रभु करो दया हे हमारे पद छाया प्रभु करो दया हे हमारे पद छाया हे बेजार को सबके बुखाना हे बेजार को सबके बुखाना जया गुरुदेवा जया गुरुदेवा गुरुदेवा जया गुरुदेवा जया गुरुदेवा गुरुदेवा जया जया
Hare Krishna. All right, now we'll be offering Pushpanjali. Everyone please repeat after me, and in your mind you can offer the flowers to the lotus feet of Guru Maharaj. Devotees all over the world, wherever you may be, please join us for the auspicious Pushpanjali.
हरे कृष्णा समस्त भक्तगण আমার সাথে পুষ্পাঞ্জলি করুন এবং আপনারা যে যেখানে আছেন সারা বিশ্ব জুড়ে ভক্তগণ আপনাদের হাতে যদি ফুল যদি না থাকে মানসে আপনারা ফুল নিয়ে গুরু মহারাজকে নিবেদন করার জন্য আমার সাথে এখন চলে আসুন হরে কৃষ্ণ
সবাই repeat after me. Namo
আমার সাথে বলুন
Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapataka Swami Iti Namine Namacharya Padaya Kripa Pradayine Purakatha Dhammadaya Nagara Grama Harine Isa Pushpanjali. Keep it in one hand. You can pay obeisances. Then we'll do one.
আপনারা প্রণাম করুন ফুল যদি আপনাদের হাতে থাকে আপনারা যারা ইন্টারনেট থেকে দেখছেন তারা গুরু মহারাজকে নিবেদন করুন
Namo
Vishnu Padaya
Krishna Prasthaya
Bhutale Srimate Jayapataka
Namacharya Padaya
Kripa Pradayine Dhammadaya Nagramatharine Esa Pushpanjali Swami Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj ki Namo Vishnu Padaya Bhutale
Srimate
Jayapataka
Swami Iti Namine Namo Acharya Padaya Nitya Kripa Pradayine
Dhammadaya
Gaurkatha Dhammadaya
Nagar Gramatarine Pushpanjali Pavan Guru Maharaj ki Vyasapuja Mahama Utsav ki. So now we'll do Guru Puja. We'll also come up and sing Samsaradava.
Sangsara dava nalalira loka tranaya karuna gana gana tam sangsara dava Nalaliraloka Tranaya Karuna Gana Ganata Prapta Sakalana Gunarnavasa Bande Guru Sri Sarunarobindam Prapta Sakalana Gunarnavasa Bande Guru Sri Sarunarobindam Bande Guru Sri Sarunarobindam Bande Guru Sri Sarunarobindam Mahaprabhu ke tananeta gita vadita marda manasara sena Mahaprabhu ke tananeta gita vadita marda manasara sena Romanchakam pasru taranga bhajo Bande Guru Sri Sarunarobindam Romanchakam pasru taranga bhajo Bande Guru Sri Sarunarobindam Bande Guru Sri Sarunarobindam Bande Guru Sri Sarunarobindam Sri Vigrahara Dhananittanana Sringaratanma Didamachanato Sri Vigrahara Dhananittanana Sringaratanma Didamachanato Sukta Savaktansa Nijunjatopi Bande Guru Sri Sarunarobindam Yukta Savaktansa Nijunjatopi Bande Guru Sri Sarunarobindam Bande Guru Sri Sarunarobindam Bande Guru Sri Sarunarobindam Chaturveda Sri Bhagavat Prasado Satana Triptan Hari Bhakta Sangha Chaturveda Sri Bhagavat Prasado Satana Triptan Hari Bhakta Sangha Kitaiva Tripting Bhajata Sadaiva Bande Guru Sri Sarunarobindam Kitaiva Tripting Bhajata Sadaiva Bande Guru Sri Sarunarobindam Bande Guru Sri Sarunarobindam Bande Guru Sri Sarunarobindam Sri Radhika Madhavayorapara Madhu Jalila Gunarupananam Sri Radhika Madhavayorapara Madhu Jalila Gunarupananam Pratiksanasa Dhanalulupasa Bande Guru Sri Sarunarobindam Pratiksanasa Dhanalulupasa Bande Guru Sri Sarunarobindam Bande Guru Sri Sarunarobindam Bande Guru Sri Sarunarobindam Nikunja Junarati Keli Setai Jajali Bichuk Tirapechaniya Nikunja Junarati तत्र तिताक्षाति वल्लभश्च वन्दे गुरो श्री तरुणारविन्दं तत्र तिताक्षाति वल्लभश्च वन्दे गुरो श्री तरुणारविन्दं वन्दे गुरो श्री तरुणारविन्दं वन्दे गुरो साक्षादरितेना समस्त शास्त्रे रुक्तस्तथा भागवत एव चोद्भि साक्षादरितेना समस्त शास्त्रे रुक्तस्तथा भागवत एव चोद्भि किन्तु प्रभोर्ज प्रिया एव तच्च वन्दे गुरो श्री तरुणारविन्दं किन्तु प्रभोर्ज प्रिया एव तच्च वन्दे गुरो श्री वन्दे गुरो श्री तरुणारविन्दं वन्दे गुरो दश प्रसादात् भगवत् प्रसादो दश प्रसादात् नागति कुतोऽपि दश दश प्रसादात् नागति कुतोऽपि सायं स्तुवं तस्य दशास्तितन्दं वन्दे गुरो श्री तरुणारविन्दं वन्दे गुरो श्री तरुणारविन्दं जय गुरुदेवा गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा 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 जय गुरु हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल जय हरि बोल हरि बोल गौरा हरि बोल हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 रामा राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे 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 राम
राम राम हरे हरे Guru Maharaj ki jai.
Yeah.
71st Vyasapuja celebrations ki jai.
Yeah.
Thank you so much everyone for joining this special program today. I think we are a little over our time. Would like to request everyone, if possible, if you can turn on your video so we can take a group picture to capture these memories. If everyone can turn on their videos, the picture, video, whatever you can, so we can take a group picture. So we can send this to Guru Maharaj that we did e-puja, e-Vyasapuja for you, Guru Maharaj. Hari Bol, so nice to see everyone. Jai Jai. Hari Bol. Let me take a video, not picture. Wow. We should pray for Zoom also, that they have given us this opportunity. One second. Let me see if everybody is there. There are a few more devotees for turning on the video. Let's see if everyone can turn on the video, if possible.
Gauranga.
You all want to say happy Vyasapuja to Guru Maharaj? You can say right now.
Happy
Vyasapuja to Guru
Maharaj.
Jai.
Yay! Happy
Hari Hari Bol. Nitai
Hari
Gaur.
Bol.
Hari Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
So much. Now let's pass it on to Nityananda Prabhu. But before we pass it on to Nityananda Prabhu, one time we all chant Hare Krishna for Guru Maharaj, good health and long life on this planet, and to save everybody from this planet. Guru Maharaj has been encouraging everyone to chant the holy names all over the world. So tomorrow we are going to have a very big program from 5 p.m. Indian Standard Time to 8 p.m. I really request you, I beg you to please join this program, chant, to save the whole planet from this coronavirus pandemic. So let's chant 3 times Hare Krishna. Then we will pass it on to Nityananda Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama, Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
One big Gauranga. One.
Nityananda.
Maharaj ki jai. Nityananda. Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much. Now we might transfer to His Grace Nityananda Prabhu for the 9th chapter. Very, very, very important chapter. 9th chapter is most.
His Grace Nityananda Prabhu ki jai.
Hare Krishna. So should we do one round of chanting or go straight into Bhagavad Gita chapter 9?
Yes, chanting is good, Prabhuji. We can chant one quick round.
Everybody get your beads out, and then we'll start one round, and then we'll speak on the Bhagavad Gita. We'll discuss a little about Bhagavad Gita chapter 9. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Gadadhara Shivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Krishna, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare Ram
Ram Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Ram Ram
Hare Krishna. So now let's put our hands together and chant together. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Om Jnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamadyam Dadati Sva Padantikam Vanchakalpaturvesya Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhya Vaishnavebhya Namo Namaha Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesh Shunyavadi Paschati Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasa Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Srimad Bhagavad Gita Tharupa ki Jai Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavata Purana ki Jai Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki Jai Sri Guru Maharaj ki Jai Sri Guru Maharaj Vyasapuja Mahasabha ki Jai Jai Gaur Premanande.
Hari Hari Bol.
So yesterday we got cut off a little with chapter 8 because some people wanted to ask some questions, and what we will do is today we will do as much as we can with chapter 9 and then finish it off tomorrow. That way we give justice to chapter 9 because it's in some ways one of the most important chapters of the Bhagavad Gita. It's entitled The Most Confidential Knowledge, and there's a good reason why that happens, and I'll explain that. But there were some questions from yesterday in chapter 8 that we didn't finish. Do you think we should do that now or after we finish chapter 9?
After we finish, we'll do.
Okay, thank you very much. So chapter 9 is entitled The Most Confidential Knowledge, and it is the king of all knowledge. And just like, how a pearl is hidden within the shell, the two clasps of the shell, the pearl is hidden within it. And similarly, when the king goes anywhere, the queen goes anywhere, they have an entourage that surround them, and so they're always contained inside. So similarly, the essence of the Bhagavad Gita is hidden in the middle of this conversation that Krishna is having, the 9th chapter. So here, Krishna outlines the king of all knowledge, the most secret of all secrets. He explains the very essence of the Bhagavad Gita in this chapter, and the essence of spirituality and the very essence of our entire being. It is from this chapter that we draw the one-sentence Bhagavad Gita. The one-sentence Bhagavad Gita is the purpose of human life is to engage in the loving devotional service of Krishna, joyfully, tolerating all kinds of impediments. So you can say this one line of this sentence is the whole Bhagavad Gita contained in one sentence. And this is the chapter in which Krishna reveals this. So how does he do this? How does this chapter unravel? so that we can understand the king of all knowledge, the essence of all knowledge, and we can understand the secret of all secrets. This is the king of all the king's secrets. This is the emperor of all secrets. So in the first 3 verses, Krishna explains that the knowledge he is about to impart is most confidential because it eliminates the true position of the nature of the soul and the relationship the soul has with God. He's going to reveal that part now. So why does he make it so confidential? He makes it confidential because the idea is that if we really want something really badly, we truly want it, then we will go for it. Otherwise, we won't. Like, say, for example, if I really want to become a doctor, then I will study very hard, get high grades, and then go to medical school and study very hard there, and then become an intern, and then become a doctor. But if I'm not really interested in doing that, then obviously I'm not going to do that. I'm not even going to go to medical school. I'm not even going to go to a medical library, for that matter. I'll just go and consult with a doctor. I'm going to live my life like that. I mean, that's not a perfect example, but the idea is that we have to do what we really love to do. And chapter 8 said that. Krishna says, if you really love me, you always think of me, and you love me with all your heart and soul, then in the end, you will come to me. That's his guarantee, like that. So now, in this chapter, he is making us understand that this belief in Krishna, that sometimes people say if you believe in God, it's a little intellectually immature, or philosophically naive, Only immature people believe in God, believe in Krishna, They're not very philosophically advanced. So, they have a God, like that. So people say that sometimes. However, logical and rational analysis, if you take it logically, rationally, they say, Anuman, Pratyaksha, and Shabda, these 3 things create knowledge perfectly. Pratyaksha means empiric evidence. You should be able to experience it. Empirically, you should be able to experience it. Anuman means inductive knowledge, knowledge that comes from a higher source to the lesser source. So say if you know $1 trillion, then you know what $1 billion is, and then you know what $1 million is. But if you have $1 million, then you really don't know what it means to be a trillionaire, like that. So same thing, inductive knowledge. And finally, Shabda. Shabda means it has to come from some authority. Remember we spoke about authority earlier? It must come from some authority, and that authority has to be a real authority, true authority, bona fide authority, like that. So looking at this world that is so complex, the design and intricate engineering of the creation, it's so intricate, the design is so amazing. It makes it plain there must be some conscious intelligence behind it. This intricacy, this design, this perfection, this science cannot come from an unscientific source, or a source that is not perfect, or that is developing, still developing. It's just like a child is developing in kindergarten and elementary school. That doesn't make the child a doctor. The child has to go all the way to medical school, finish learning in medical school, get the proper qualifications, do the internship, get the certification, then they can practice as a doctor. So on the way, it's not perfect. So sometimes people say this world is developing. And so it started with a big bang or primordial soup, and now it's developing. And this is where we are now. But that science is actually an immature science. From our point of view, that is immature. To categorically deny the fact that this is such an intricate place, the design and engineering of this creation is so amazing, and then to say there can't be a conscious intelligence behind it, when even the small things that we have, like the phone and things like that, which are also intricately designed, there is some conscious intelligence behind it. It's stubborn, it's irrational and illogical predisposition on the part of people to say, well, to believe in God means you must be immature. So thus Krishna explains that this knowledge is about to impart is specific to a certain state. State meaning a state of consciousness. What is that state of consciousness? One must be unenvious. One must be non-envious. If you're envious, then Krishna thinks, okay, you really don't want me, you really don't want to know the truth, then, it's just like, say, for example, I am a lawyer and I'm envious of doctors. Then why, I should go to medical school and study becoming a doctor. You know, if I'm envious, means I don't like it. If I don't like it, then why actually acquire that information? So Krishna is saying you can't be envious of Krishna and of the real confidential truth and the process. You can't be envious. You have to be a person who is faithful, who wants to understand it. What does faith mean? This is a very important question. So faith means our real desire. What are we yearning for? Like say, for example, you know, if I like to eat pizza a lot, every time I hear the word pizza, I light up and I think, oh, great. It's so nice just to hear the name pizza, you know. What to speak of putting the pizza in the mouth and, you know, the great taste it has. If I'm not one of those people, by the way. So, you know, took a vow because of, you know, I was going out of control eating too much cheese. So I took a vow against cheese, so pizza's gone. But at one time, I loved pizza that much. So my point is that if you love pizza so much, you have faith in pizza. That's your faith. You're reposing faith in pizza. In fact, that pizza is going to taste nicer too because you love it so much. If you hate pizza and then you put it in your mouth, it's not going to taste nice. Same pizza won't taste nice because you hate it, you don't like it, you know. So obviously, and the taste may not be the reason you don't like it, you just don't like the smell or you don't like the look or something like that. But if you love it, your taste is going to become better. So Krishna is saying one must be faithful, meaning that one should genuinely desire it. It should be my yearning. I should yearn for it. Just like how a child yearns to play with toys, you know. A beloved yearns for his beloved. You know, a boy who falls in love with a girl yearns for that girl. The girl is yearning for that boy. That's faith. That is where faith comes in. So Krishna wants that type of faith. And he also says that faith is not opposed to knowledge, but actually is the prerequisite for receiving it. So say, for example, I have faith in actually in the fact that there is no God. That's what I have faith in. Then actually atheism is something that will become the knowledge that I will have. Atheistic knowledge will be my knowledge because that's my faith. So you have to choose. Do you want a faith that has incomplete information or more complete information or fully complete information like that? So little information is in metaphysical life. And then more information is there in spiritual life, and transcendental life gives complete information. So this is why the word transcendental knowledge was used in chapter 4, when you read out of chapter 4. So then in the next 7 verses, Krishna gives the idea of inconceivable relationships. Because remember, this is a relationship between the soul and God. This is a relationship between the soul and Krishna. And so this is an amazing relationship. Why? Because Krishna himself is such an amazing person. You can't bring him down to an understanding within your mind and intelligence and false ego. You can't bring him there. You can't. He's much greater than everything. He's much greater than the total creation put together. The whole creation, you can say, can fit inside Krishna's body like, you know, a particle of dust fits in the planet Earth. How much space it takes in the whole planet Earth. How much particle dust takes. That's my whole creation can fit inside Krishna like that. This is how great Krishna is. So Krishna is describing that. So obviously the relationship we're going to have with him is going to be inconceivable also because he himself is inconceivable. So how are you going to have a relationship with an inconceivable person? You can't have it if the relationship itself is inconceivable. And so what does that mean? And so he explains that in these wonderful 7 verses. He says that an idea is conceived within the mind, right? An idea is conceived within the mind. So the child is conceived within the womb of the mother. That's where the conception happens. In other words, any concept is contained within something. So now we're talking about the idea of a relationship with God. So since the qualities and characteristics of Krishna are unlimited, they cannot be contained within any boundaries because his qualities and characteristics are unlimited. So how are you going to be putting into a boundary? Okay. And so thus, his activities, God's activities and relationships are also deemed inconceivable. Now, what does that mean? Does it mean that you cannot understand it? You cannot talk about it? You cannot deal with it? No, that's not what it means. But there's a way to go about doing it. And that way may be inconceivable to a person who is a material scientist or somebody who doesn't have faith. They might think, it can't be possible. This can't happen. What type of nonsense this is? The whole creation is just like one particle of dust on a whole planet. What to speak of a whole planet? You can take the whole universe and how much space a particle of dust, still Krishna is bigger than that, the whole universe, compared to the particle of dust of the whole creation, including the material and spiritual worlds, by the way. So you can't imagine Krishna. It's like he's just a completely amazing personality. And Krishna actually really puts it in very nicely here. He says, that he really loves everybody completely. He's like a great father, a great mother, a great grandsire. He uses the word grandsire because sometimes people think better than my father and mother is my grandfather and my grandmother. Because, grandfather and grandfather tend to be a little more lax in dealing with a child. The parents have to be a little strict. They're trying to discipline the child. But the grandparents, they allow the child to, run riot in the house and eat as much candy as they want. So like that, grandparents sometimes are loved more than by the grandchildren. I noticed that when they come to our house, my grandchildren, it's like for them, it's a big party. They came to the house, this is the place, They're always thinking because it's locked down, they're not allowed to come so much now. And so they feel bad about it. Can't go to grandma's house. It's pretty much grandma, not so much grandpa. Grandpa tends to be a little more spiritually too much inclined, like that. Grandma is more big-hearted and, dealing with him all the time. I'm always on the computer dealing with other people, so I'm not so, not so much there for them. But, they're there for whoever. So like this, so Krishna is the grandsire. He really loves us in every way. So how we actually let the grandchildren loose and, things like that. So Krishna does that with us as well. We should know that, this is the loving relationship Krishna has with us. So Krishna begins to impart this knowledge of his inconceivable relationship with the universe and all living entities. While this knowledge gives us an indication of the character, greatness, and capacity of God, of Krishna, it also exposes our inability to comprehend such matters through mundane logic and reason. This is the point now. Mundane logic and reason cannot wrap itself around Krishna or the relationship the living entity has with Krishna. Actually, mundane logic and reason cannot even wrap itself around the living entity. The jiva is so great that, this mundane logic and reason cannot. So how do you do it if it's not going to be logic and reason? What is it going to be? And this is why it is said it has to be also your experience. Experience has to count. If someone has a Krishna conscious experience and somebody else says, no, there is no such thing as a Krishna conscious experience, then the person who had the Krishna conscious experience will say, how can you say that? I actually had that experience. Like some of us know that, when we actually do kirtan, we feel a lot of bliss. So if we tell people, I was doing kirtan and I felt bliss, and they're saying, I did kirtan, I never felt any bliss. There can't be any bliss. I didn't feel it. Can't be there. So why the difference? Why somebody's feeling the bliss, somebody's not feeling the bliss? You see what I'm saying? So Krishna is explaining this process. And as we go into the future chapters, this will be very clear to us. We can answer it now, but the chapters will make it very clear why this is happening. And this is very important for us to understand, because it always comes back to one point. He calls it devotional service. It is by loving devotional service that everything happens. Now think about it in this world also. When a boy falls in love with a girl, why the girl doesn't love so many other boys? Because she does not feel that love that is coming from this particular boy. If you take the story of Romeo and Juliet, Juliet was a very nice girl, Romeo was a very nice boy. They came from opposing families, by the way. Families didn't like one another. They were little enemies. One were the Montagues, the others were the Capulets. And these guys, they really hated each other. But the boy and the girl from each side actually fell in love with one another. Now, if you ask Juliet, there's so many nice boys on your side, on the side of the, on your side of the family Montagues. Why you don't love with them? What's wrong? Why do you have to find that boy from the other side? First of all, love cannot be explained, because if it can be explained, then whatever explanation is being given is that's what you've fallen in love with. Say, for example, if she says, well, I love Romeo because he looks very handsome. Well, it's his handsomeness that she fell in love with. You see what I'm saying? And when his handsomeness goes down, the love will also go down with it. When you fall in love with a person, you love with them, you fall in love with them not for any reason except that you want to make them happy. You want to make them completely happy. Whether you become happy or not is another question. That is not the issue. The issue is, can I make that person happy? And this is why they say that the love that the mother has for the child is the greatest love in this world. Why? Because the mother loves the child unconditionally. Whether the child is giving the mother happiness or pain, not letting the mother sleep, or whatever pain it might be causing the mother completely loves the child. That's real love. So here Krishna is allowing us to understand this, that it is by devotion. He's been saying that in the previous chapters, but it's not really sinking in. It's going to really sink in at some point with Arjuna. Of course, it's not sinking in with Arjuna because, it was Krishna's arrangement. Arjuna is a very smart person, amazingly brilliant person. You can put every person on this planet together and add all their intelligence together, no matter who they are, wouldn't equal the intelligence of Arjuna. This is how smart this guy was. And why he's not understanding this point? It's not intelligence that makes you understand this. That's the point. It's not your senses, it's not your mind, it's not your intelligence, it's not your false ego. What it is your simple-hearted, pure love that will allow you to understand this point really nicely. Now, someone might say, well, that's not scientific. Actually, it is most scientific. The reason it is most scientific is because it is always true. And secondly, that's why they say true love, right? They talk about true love. It has to be true. And secondly, it is always growing. Krishna's love for Radharani, Radharani's love for Krishna, the devotees' love for Krishna, Krishna's love for the devotees, is always growing, becoming bigger and bigger, better and better all the time. How nice is that? That's the best type of love to have. So Krishna is pointing towards that here, giving that clue by saying how much I love everybody. I am everybody's father, mother, grandsire. I am everything to every living entity. I am everything. I am their everything. I will take care of them better than anyone in creation can. And if everyone in creation took care of you, Krishna can still take care of you far better and much bigger multiples than whatever everyone together can do. So this is very important for us to learn. This is confidential knowledge. This Krishna is relating this in confidence to us. What does confidence mean? Confidential knowledge means you really love the person. You remember we talked about the 6 loving exchanges? To give gifts, accept gifts, to give prasad, accept prasad. The last pair was to speak confidentially and to hear confidentially. What does it mean confidentially? Confidentially means with real affection, real love, real care for that other person, real well-wisher. You only want to do things that will wish that person the best. Even if that person does the wrong thing with you, they may criticize you, they may say so many things about you behind your back. You don't do that. You stay integrity, good integrity, clear integrity. Means that no matter what other people do the wrong thing, whether they do wrong things, we don't actually fall into that trap. From our point of view, we are ready to always do the right thing for that person because that is what being confidential means. And if you do that, then Krishna will see this person is qualified. Then Krishna will make many magical arrangements, many miraculous arrangements for that person. And that person will see the miracles happen, see the magic happen in their life. And they'll be so happy and they will not want to show that to anybody. They're not interested that others should know. And when others continue to do mischief, say bad things, insult the person, that person doesn't feel anything. Why? Because the person is already very satisfied in their relationship with Krishna. They're feeling very good. They know this is all the material world. This is how things happen in the material world. Big deal. In the sea, there's going to be water. I'm not going to get all angry about the fact why there is so much water in the ocean. And why is it salt water? Why couldn't it be nice sweet water that I could drink? All this, I'm not going to do that. I know that when I'm back on the land, I'll do whatever I have to do. On the sea, I'll do whatever I have to do to survive the sea, or even take advantage of the sea, like I was saying. We run shipping companies, or go snorkeling inside the sea, or swimming underwater, snorkeling, whatever else we want to do inside the sea. There are even many, many gems in seabed. You figure out how to get those gems. Whatever it is you want to do to enjoy the ocean, like that. So we can do that in the material world. We can mine the material ocean in such a way that we are actually using it for Krishna's pleasure. And that will give us the greatest satisfaction. So then, Krishna in the next set of verses, which is actually 15 verses, Krishna speaks about how we should focus on loving him and not get into too much worshipping demigods and other people and things like that. Don't get too caught into all these side shows that are going on in this material world. So even after Krishna explains the opulences and qualities of his personal form, there are many who misunderstand the Supreme. Because Krishna appears in human-like form, some think that he is an ordinary human being, and And to believe in a personal form of God means, you're a very elementary person, infantile concept, like a kid, you don't really know much. Oh, God is a form, that type of thing. And speak like that, like that. So others believe that God manifests in innumerable forms represented by the various demigods, each of whom are worthy for worship. So they go on the other end of the extreme, that so many people are God, and some people even say everybody is God, like that. Others cannot perceive of anything beyond this universe, and material scientists are like that, and therefore consider the cosmos to be the supreme object of worship. I remember one time I went to a program. We have a very nice organization here called Thanksgiving Square in the middle of the city. And so there, the different religious groups, they get together, the leaders of the different religious groups get together and have programs together. And so they all describe what they do in their religion and what their religion stands for, explaining the philosophy, this, that, and the other. And so there was one person who was representing the native Indians, the American Indians. The group was here in larger numbers prior to the settlers coming in, and then they fought with them, and a lot of them died in the process. So the American Indians, their concept of God is the eagle. Garuda is God. Why? It's not Garuda, but it's the eagle. The reason is because the eagle flies highest. Nothing flies higher than the eagle. It's the highest flying bird from their point of view. And therefore, the eagle is God. Since it has the highest location in the sky, therefore it must be God, like that. So, they were describing like that. They were saying that only people with white skin or red skin or yellow skin are people of God. Everybody else, any other color, is not. So brown skinned people like Indians from India, like that, and some other places that might have brown skin, like most of us do, that we are not people of God because we don't have either white skin, red skin, or yellow skin. So, so they were talking like that, and it was a little comical. I mean, I wasn't laughing because it's rude to laugh at other people like that. But internally, I was thinking to myself, wow, this is the type of information you have, I also went to another place, which is the American Academy of Religions, called the AAR, very famous organization in America. It brings all the religious groups together. And so in that group, there was one religious group who believed that, that Frankenstein was God. Another group believed that it was Count Dracula who was God. There was one other group I found them really very funny. It was really nice hearing them because it was really very funny. They felt that it was actually the Simpsons. There is a leader, a person whose name is Homer Simpson. So Homer was God. He is the real God. Like that. They have the whole religion behind it. There are people who actually truly believe that the National Football League is the real religion. They actually worship the NFL, everything to do with NFL. You might think that's a joke. It's not. It's actually a fact. They'll even put up a banner every so often. If you watch NFL games, you will see they'll put up a banner, NFL, the real religion, like that. So so many people have all these ideas, right? So all such persons are sidestepping the worship of the Supreme Personality, who one can see face to face and have a relationship with, actually. So while some claim that all paths lead to the same destination, Krishna highlights that he awards different results to the persons based on their motivation and understanding of what they're worshiping. So you remember I spoke about the 11 levels of consciousness. So depending on where their consciousness is, the rewards come accordingly, like that. So this is Krishna describing, worship. And then in the final 7 verses, actually 9 verses, final 9 verses, Krishna speaks about the glories of bhakti. Very, very important points. In this way, Krishna establishes that the personal form of God is the highest and most complete manifestation of the Supreme. And the greater something is, the higher the qualification to achieve it. Like, say, for example, to go to a good university, you need higher grades. To buy a bigger house, you need greater funds, more money, like that. To get into a good similarly to approach God, it means that, and especially if you want to do it in the most intimate and personal way, then one requires the greatest qualification, which is the complete purity of consciousness, because God is pure. His consciousness is pure. So, if you want to attach something pure, we have to also start purifying ourselves like that. free of any tinge of self-motivation. And this is a very key part of the Bhagavad Gita, that, because Arjuna's concern was, I'm going to fight and I'm going to kill so many people on the other side in the war. So many people will die, not just because of me, but others as well, on our side, their side. And these are all husbands, of nice wives and children. And these wives will become widowed, and the children will become fatherless, like that. So, he's thinking to himself, why am I doing this? I'm really fighting because I want to become, the rightful enjoyer of the kingdom. My brother will be the emperor, and I will be one of the major ministers in the kingdom. I'll be a great person in the kingdom. And, it's not really good motivation from his point of view. It wasn't a great motivation. And so Krishna is saying that in any case, if you want to have a relationship with Krishna, a true relationship with Krishna that is intimate and personal, then we have to give up all forms of self-motivation. It's not an easy thing to do. But if we stay in the association of those who really, really are interested in that and practicing that, they don't have any other motivation other than to please Krishna. Any decisions they make, whatever it is, it's to please Krishna. It's not because I like somebody, don't like somebody, I think like this or I think like that. Not like that. It's purely whatever Krishna wants, let that happen, because it's going to be the best thing. So Krishna explains that such purity is characterized by constant spiritual absorption. We should be always absorbed in spirituality with the mind, body, and words, like that, completely, our complete self, where one's entire life becomes a spiritual offering, saturated with love and devotion to Krishna. And you remember we spoke how in the earlier parts of the Bhagavad Gita, do that internally, start internally. Externally, it's not possible immediately, but it will come. Externally also, slowly, it will become better and better and better, without any loss of relationships or anything happening outside. We know how to deal with it, how to adjust to a situation based on what the outside environment is like. So Krishna then says, this is Krishna consciousness, that our entire life becomes a spiritual offering saturated with love and devotion is actually Krishna consciousness. And this is the essential teaching of the Bhagavad Gita. Now, you might have remembered I said that, we'll continue this tomorrow as well. There are many questions that arise from this, and obviously some of you will have those questions, and I'll also talk about some of the things that come from this part, dealing with the most confidential knowledge. What is the confidential part of the relationship between each person and Krishna? Because, we also have some parts of our relationship with Krishna that are individual to each and every one of us. That's personal. Nobody else will come to know about it. Nobody can, because a whole new language is created between us and Krishna, and so then the prayers that we make will be very personal prayers, because it's our expression of love for Krishna, and that is what it means to serve. Serve means expression of love. And so our devotional service will be our pure expression of love for Krishna. And so part of it will be personal, part of it will be universal, part of it will be a little generic. Others also do it, and they'll also know about it, that you're doing it. But the ones that are very personal to each and every one of us, the very specific ones, are very, very important, because that is what Krishna wants to taste. Because each and every one of us is like a flavor. And so Krishna wants to taste that flavor. He doesn't want us to be a different flavor than what we are meant to be, what our personal nature is supposed to be. And this is why Guru is necessary. Guru helps us learn that nature. And this Guru, the Guru may not be the Diksha Guru, maybe a Siksha Guru or Margpadasha Guru. Doesn't matter which Guru it is. But one of the Gurus will be able to reveal your nature to you nicely. Also, so nicely that now you know how you can individually, personally cultivate this relationship and have an intimate relationship with Krishna. Like some things may have gone really right in your life, and you feel like, how should I react to that situation and use it in a way that will please Krishna? Some things might have gone very wrong in our lives. Why did that happen? What was the story behind it? What was Krishna's purpose? Things like that. Understand that properly and understand that Krishna can do anything. You might remember that when he was asked to give Guru Dakshin to his spiritual master, Sandipani Muni, he asked Sandipani Muni, what would you like me to give you as a gift? I can give you so many things, but what would you like? And Sandipani Muni said that he wanted to retrieve his lost child. His children had died, and so he wanted the child back again in his life. So Krishna went and went to the depths of the ocean of death and pulled out the son and brought him back and gave him back to his spiritual master. And then the son spoke up, of course, and said, that really you're disturbing me. I really wanted to do something else, and I died so that I could do that thing. And now you want me back with you, so it's really not the best arrangement for me like that. And his father understood that there was an arrangement. There was a purpose. That person had to move on to do something that person really, really wanted to do. Really, really wanted to do. And Krishna wanted to make that arrangement perfectly for that person. They had to move on. And we will think because they might have said something or somebody might have heard something that the person really didn't want to die. There was some wrong reason for him to die. But actually, Krishna's devotee situation is never anything wrong happening in it. Amazing things happen in our lives. And some of them are good, some of them are bad. A lot of them are neutral in between somewhere. But to understand this is why chapter 9 is very, very important. I'm going to stop here because we really only have 8 minutes before 9:30. And we said that we'll stop at 9:30. Let some questions come through. And we'll have more questions tomorrow, by the way. You might have some idea of thinking about the questions also. Let's ask those questions and also the questions of chapter 8 that we might have missed out on. Let's catch up with those as well. But whichever questions you want to ask, please go ahead. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. And whatever you want to say, please go ahead. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Guruji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
I was going through the questions. Actually, you already answered one question of Ganapati Prabhu. And there was one comment actually from Atul Prabhu that he said, thank you Prabhus for fantastic class and adding a key spiritual dimension to our day. We should be grateful if Bhagavatam classes can be added as well. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Wonderful.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I have a quick question. Thank you Prabhuji for the wonderful class and for your time every day. It's really nice. My quick question is, the meditation word Prabhuji is like a very buzzword around these days. It is not only you. Earlier, like a few years back, it was only we heard it like Mayavadi people go for the meditate people, but not pray to the personal form. But nowadays you think yoga people or nutritionists, I mean, everybody is recommending you to go for 15-20 minutes meditation to stay calm, to stay happy. Why is that? For devotees like us, like for us meditation is like doing our japa, like 16 rounds. And is that what do happen, like 15-20 minutes meditate? Do devotees recommend it, or what it is all about? And is it like the same meditation like other organization mentions to the people?
No, so meditation, dhyana, meditation happens at all the different levels of consciousness, So starting at the level of the sense objects like this, meditating on something like this, you know what I mean? And meditating, like say for example, if you go to these big business programs, they'll tell you to meditate on what you want to achieve in your life. You want to, like say for example, you might want to own a yacht, a ship or an airplane or a rocket that's going to go into space or whatever you want to. So they say, get a photograph of that say for example, you want to get an airplane, you want a personal airplane. Take a nice photograph of the airplane that you think, or put it on your wall where you sleep, and wake up in the morning and look at the airplane, and all day long meditate on the airplane, that you have the airplane and how you're sitting in the airplane and you're going to drive the airplane and everything's going to work out. So if you keep meditating on that airplane will come to you. You in your life will one day have the airplane, which is actually true, by the way. It's not false. It just may not happen in this lifetime. It might happen in another lifetime. But it will happen because Krishna will fulfill all desires, whether you believe in him or not. We are all his children. So meditation happens in many different ways. So this typical idea, what people are saying now is typical, is like, 15, 20 minutes, you sit down calmly, don't look at anything, close your eyes, and then, then you meditate on becoming peaceful, becoming a person who is happy, and in a good space, in your personal space, and where you want to be. And some people may have a guided meditation, in somebody speaking while you are meditating like that. And all these types, some lying down, and they call it yoga nidra, and all sorts of things happen in this world, because at different levels there are different things that happen. And so based on that, some people meditate like that, and so there are different ways to meditate. So for us as devotees, it really depends on how we feel in our lives. So say, for example, we feel that, I want to be peaceful because there's too much stress in my life, then chanting will do that for you, but that's not the purpose of chanting. The purpose of chanting is not, there's no material purpose in chanting. That's the eighth offense against the holy name, that you have some material purpose in your chanting. You should not have any material purpose. The purpose of chanting is to please Krishna, to love Krishna, to show Krishna that we love him, to show Radharani that we love her, to show, Lord Gauranga, Lord Nityananda, like that, Lord Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, Hare Krishna, Ram, the different names that they mean like that. So basically, when you're doing that, when you love God, you will become peaceful, because the thing is that love itself has peace contained inside it. But the thing is that most of us don't chant attentively. We chant offensively, with offenses. There are 10 offenses against the holy name. When you chant offensively, then the peace doesn't come as well, because it's the fruits of a tree depend on the quality of the tree. And, so if the tree is very sickly, obviously that the fruits are not going to be very nice, But if there's a nice, healthy tree, the fruits also will be nice and healthy like that. So the idea is that sometimes devotees feel a little discouraged, and they feel they have to try some of these other processes. And from Krishna's point of view, it is good to do that. You can try the other processes and feel some satisfaction, because if you feel some satisfaction, you feel some peacefulness, then you will chant better as well. You'll come to the point of better chanting also, because, if you're not feeling peaceful, you're always disturbed in your mind, and what type of chanting you're going to do, You're always, thinking how horrible the world is, and obviously the chanting might be horrible too, and all those types of things, causing so many offenses like that. We don't want to be like that. So really, this is where it is very important to talk to someone who actually can answer your question based on your specific position, your specific situation, how you're handling things, how things are happening in your life, and then show you, okay, now you can do this together with the chanting, and then over a period of time, you'll come to chanting only, and it'll work out very nicely for you. So like that. So they can guide you through. Instead of on our own, we think, okay, let's try this, let's try that, because there are lots of organizations there that promise so much. But what they're really interested in is your money. They want you to become their member, or give you some money, give them some money. They're all money-making schemes, and they will say, no, it's not. You can see this person succeeded, that person succeeded. Yes, they did succeed from a lower level of consciousness to a slightly higher level of consciousness, maybe, or the fruits of that lower level of consciousness, but they never come to spirituality, or real transcendence. It's always in the area of metaphysical area that they're doing. I have a person who's like a very advanced yoga teacher, very advanced. And actually, he wanted to write a book on yoga, but somehow or the other, he came across the Bhagavad Gita, and then he came to Dallas, and so he asked to speak to me because he wanted to understand Bhagavad Gita. And after I spoke to him, he realized that what he was talking in yoga was a physical reaction. He was getting some physical satisfaction out of it and some mental satisfaction out of it, but it wasn't deep. It wasn't really deep because it wasn't complete. Spiritual satisfaction and transcendental satisfaction is very deep and complete like that, especially transcendental satisfaction, very complete and deep like that. So he realized, I have to go for that if I really want it. So then he started practicing. He thought, let me just chant some Hare Krishna nicely and read this book, Prabhupada's books nicely. And then he called me back and he said, now I'm feeling much greater satisfaction. So I wish I had known this before. All my students, I've been telling them, this is the way to meditate. This is the way to do yoga. This is the way to do pranayama. And what I was telling them was actually much less than what's really available out there. And I said, this is why in life it is important to meet people who come from a higher quality of life when it comes to this, yoga ladder And more than the yoga ladder, these levels of consciousness coming up to the supreme absolute truth. It's very important. And those who are coming up at the higher levels, they can explain this very scientifically, and not that, we're trying to just bamboozle somebody so they can join the Hare Krishna movement, give some donations, and then we all live happily ever after. This is not our game. We're not into that at all. What we're into is purely loving Krishna with all of our heart and soul. Whether we are poor or rich makes no difference. Whether we are very highly educated or uneducated makes no difference. What makes the difference is how much love we have in our heart for the Lord. And that's what meditation is supposed to be for. And when meditation is not like that, Prabhupada very clearly says time and again in his books, it's useless. This meditation system is useless because it actually doesn't give you the real fruit of meditation. Dhyana, as was explained in chapter 6. What does dhyana really mean? And we saw that in chapter 6, what it really meant. That we're always thinking of Krishna. We're always going deeply into every subject, understanding it is connected to Krishna, and then always remaining in contact like that. And dhyana means, in some ways, being very attentive. That's also dhyan, Dhyan se karna, Hindi mein sometimes is saying dhyan se karna, meaning do it attentively, pay attention to what you're doing. Think about what you're doing, like that. Be mindful. Now there's something called mindfulness now that they talk about. But if it's not combined with intelligence, if it's not intelligent mindfulness, then it's useless, And then if that intelligence is not combined with consciousness, conscious mindfulness, it's not going to work very well anyway. And finally, the consciousness is not connected to the soul, so it's emotionally conscious, intelligent mindfulness. Then, you don't get the complete satisfaction. So things like that we have to understand properly. Thank you. It's a wonderful question. So we're at 9:33 now. Is everybody okay? I'm okay sitting here as long as you want me to sit here. It's just I want to be respectful of other people's time.
Prabhuji, my request to you is if you like to share something about Guru Maharaj, because you have good experience. We all know him from less time. You know him for a long time, and you're a GBC. So if you can share, today is the auspicious day, and then we can do the Narasimha prayer and end this today. And tomorrow we can dedicate the entire class, if you like, on chapter 9. And I was thinking that maybe everybody can do some homework. They can read the translation part from Bhagavad Gita as it is, and we can have a very interactive class. As you said, 9th chapter is the most important chapter, most confidential chapter. So we can have deep interaction, and we can have a lot of question answers on 9th chapter.
Yeah, and this is the turning point. 9th chapter is the turning point. If you don't get 9th chapter, then 10th onwards, you will not really understand much what's happening, The 9th, you really got to get this idea that it's got to be real love and real affection like that. So, all right. So, Jayapataka Maharaj, His Holiness Jayapataka Maharaj ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. So I actually first met him when I first joined Hare Krishna. When I first joined Hare Krishna, there were some devotees who were spiritual masters that I'd met, including Jayapataka Maharaj and Gopal Krishna Maharaj, and some other Maharajas. There was a Maharaj at the time called Prabhu Vishnu Swami, a number of them. Before, in fact, I met Tamal Krishna Maharaj like that, actually. And so, in the sense that I'd met Tamal Krishna Maharaj already, but not gotten deep into that relationship where, knowing others, there was still a question who I would take initiation from like that. Anyway, so finally, of course, I took initiation from Gurudev, and that was predestined. It was just Lord Shiva's desire. It was predestined for me to do that. But what happened was that, I'd married into a family of Shiva Bhaktas because I was a Shiva Bhakta myself. Still am, in a lot of ways, a Shiva Bhakta. And so, what happened was that because they believed in Lord Shiva, after I joined Hare Krishna, you know how sometimes you first join, you become a little fanatical. And I was very fanatical when I first joined. And so then I told them I'm not going to come to their house anymore or come to my in-laws' house because, they're worshipping Lord Shiva. You have to worship Lord Krishna like that. And, I used to say that myself. You should worship Lord Shiva and not Krishna. Now I was talking the other way. So anyway, but, they wanted me to come to their house. So they started going to the temple. They were living in Bangalore. And so they started going to the temple there. Sadashiv Nagar. There was a nice temple there at that time there. And so they would go there, and then, I would go to Bangalore. I'd do a lot of preaching in Bangalore also. And so built a nice relationship with the devotees like that. And then finally my father-in-law and mother-in-law decided that it is true. Krishna consciousness is really great. It's really greater. And one should become fully Krishna conscious. So they became convinced about it. So they wanted to take initiation from the Lord Krishna Maharaj. And so, as devotees, we always feel my Guru Maharaj is the best, like that. And when I was younger, I used to think like that too, until I became, more aware of the fact that all spiritual masters are great, and, that we let the devotee decide who they really want to build their relationship with. Eternal relationships are like that. So anyway, so they said to me, we'd like to take initiation from Lord Krishna Maharaj, if you don't mind introducing us to him. And of course, he didn't go to Bangalore at that time much, maybe very rarely once. But his orbit was other places, more like China and Hong Kong and Taiwan, Philippines, like that, and, Korea, parts of India, Fiji, Australia, New Zealand, like that. So anyway, so I said to Gurudev, that this is my father-in-law and mother-in-law, and they want to take initiation from me. He said, no, I'm not giving them initiation. And I said, why? What's wrong? Why are you not going to give this? He says, no, I'm not the right person. The right person to give them initiation is Jayapataka Maharaj. And I said, okay, whatever you feel. Obviously, the spiritual master, you know better. And so then I went and met with Jayapataka Maharaj. He was really very happy with me. Called me son-in-law because, now that the in-laws were going to be his disciples, I become the son-in-law, right? So, we had a very nice, he hugged me and we had a very nice conversation. And, obviously, I've been very close to him, love him very much, very dearly. I consider him my spiritual master as much as I consider Lord Krishna Maharaj my spiritual master. I love him very dearly. And both of them had a somewhat on and off relationship, as Guru Maharaj will tell you. Lord Krishna Maharaj would remove him from his position and Prabhupada would put him back in his position, like that. Until Gurudev was told by Prabhupada that you're not doing that anymore, you leave him in his position. He's very good. He's an amazing devotee. And, let him do things his way, not your way, like that. So anyway, it worked out like that. And so very soon in the program, I started getting to the administrative side of ISKCON. And so I would have to travel to, meetings where Guru Maharaj would also be there. And many times we'd greet each other with a lot of love. And he would tell me things, how to do things, like, say, for example, this idea of bhakti vrikshas and things like that. At that time, we used to call them namahattas. And so how to do the namahatta very nicely and things like that. And we did that in Fiji. They became very successful with these namahattas. And so obviously I realized that our relationship must have been another lifetime relationship as well, because we just hit off with one another in such a way that it was really very, very beautiful. And right from the get-go, all I understood about Guru Maharaj was that he was just totally sold out to Guru and Krishna. He was Prabhupada man. He would only do things that would please Prabhupada. And he would only do things that would please Krishna. And that everything he did was in that direction of how one can actually become a pure devotee of Krishna. And he would encourage, there's a talk now we say of fanning the spark. Somebody's a little spark, you fan the spark, it becomes a flame. So that's Guru Maharaj. That's how he works. He fans the spark, and he'll take risks. He takes a lot of risks. There are times when, because he has so many disciples, he may meet a disciple and say something, the disciple may feel like, why? And then later on, the disciple realizes that Guru Maharaj's intentions are always first class, they're always very pure. And he is a pure devotee of Krishna, not just, he's very exalted. It's like, some of us know, and hopefully one day everybody will know that he's an eternal associate of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. And he is on this planet to serve Gauranga Mahaprabhu's mission. And, Prabhupada loved him very dearly for that reason and other reasons also. In every level, whether you take him on a human level, as a person, he's such a sweet person, very sweet. I remember one time after, for all these issues he had with his health, he came to our home and we had made the devotees had made prasadam, his disciples and my wife and some others got together, made some items for him to eat. And, we were sitting on the table, around the table, just so that, we could be with him, have his association, because his association is very rare. that anybody can spend substantial time with him, you know, because he goes so many places. He's the most traveled devotee that we have in our movement. So many ways, such a busy person, you know. So any time you can have with him is like pure gold, you know, better than pure gold. So anyway, so we were sitting there, and so before he started eating, he started telling his disciples something, and I didn't quite understand what he was saying, because at that time his voice was a little thick as well, and so it was a little hard for me to understand what he was saying. But the disciple completely understood. So next thing I know is a whole plate of prasad in front of me, and I said, "Why? Why? Everybody should be eating. Why? Why me? No, Guru Maharaj wants you to eat." And he wouldn't start until I put something in my mouth. I said, "Okay, now." And he really enjoyed the meal. I mean, he was acting in many ways like a child, you know. He would intentionally let something fall out of his spoon and things like that, and, you know, just to show his disciples, you know, you got to control it better. You got to do a better job of what you're doing. Make sure the right things are there, this, that, and the other. And then he would laugh. You could tell that he was laughing, you know, because he's playing games while he's eating the food, and really enjoying himself in terms of the relationship of, you know, being with devotees, other devotees, not just me, others were there as well. And really having so, you know, it's just, this is Krishna, you know, this is how Krishna did. You sort of, through the spiritual master, you get glimpses of Krishna, because Krishna comes through the spiritual master to us. And this is the wonderful personality that he is, such a sweet, sweet person, you know, that he is. And we might wonder why, you know, the type of challenges that he has, why that would happen to him. It's just a matter of fact. It's a matter of fact that only the best people can have the worst challenges, you know. All the best people have the worst challenges. So if people don't have a challenge, you know, it's only because Krishna doesn't want to give them the challenge. They're not ready for it. But if he gives them a challenge and the others look at it and say, "Wow, that devotee's got this problem, that problem," you know, it's not a problem. It's a challenge that Krishna is showing. No matter how much challenge I give my devotee, he explains this in Canto 10, Chapter 88, Text 8. Yasyaham anugranami harishetadhanam shne. He explains this point, that to the best of his devotees, he gives the worst of challenges. Why? Because he wants to show the world that no matter how much trouble I give my devotee always loves me and is happy and is moving forward. And also to separate, you know, those friends that the devotee has who are not interested in Krishna consciousness and is dragging the devotee down, you know. He wants to free the devotee from those types of people. And so he makes that arrangement. But the amazing thing, simultaneously, what he does is he, sitting in the heart of the devotee, gives the devotee that realization. Everything is fine. Others think it's not fine, but I'm fine. I'm not having any problems. Yeah, some physical challenges are there, this, that, and the other, but that's no big deal, you know, compared to all the miracles and magic that's happening in my life. That's a small thing, you know. It's not a big thing. It's just like they say, you know, in summer it gets really bad in Vrindavan, you know. But the gopis, they didn't feel the heat of the summer. The reason was because they actually were so much in love with Krishna that they were so absorbed in Krishna, they didn't feel the heat, you know. They didn't bother them. The heat didn't bother them like that. So we can see in his case, nothing bothers him, you know. How many problems he has. I have 1% of the problems he has, I'd be like lying in bed, you know, thinking, woe is me, you know, like that. He's not like that. He's so much engrossed in Krishna consciousness and encouraged him. Even though he doesn't speak, he cannot speak as well as he could in the past, he doesn't let that stop him from speaking. He doesn't think, oh, people might think I'm not speaking properly. No, he doesn't look at all those things. He doesn't care what others think about him. He is more interested how he can help somebody. So that person can become Krishna conscious. Just like now, he's really pushing this idea at the time of this virus. Please chant the holy names of the Lord, because in Kali Yuga, this is going to actually destroy all faults. This is what is the big destroyer, is the chanting of the holy names. Kali Kalmashu Nashanam. He recites it. Today I was listening also, he was saying the same thing. Kali Kalmashu Nashanam. That in Kali Yuga, all the Kalamashas, all the bad things in this world will be completely destroyed by the chanting of this Mahamantra, the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So much faith. So he's telling people, please do that. And he says, you know, even the priests don't know this. The Brahmins don't know this. You know, the Pujaris, they don't know this. In India, these are the great personalities. Even they don't know this. But please know, this is what it is. This is the real truth, you know, like that. So thank you very much for allowing me to say something about I can go on and on and on. It's such a beautiful, sweet personality. And, you know, I love him very dearly. And he has so many wonderful disciples, and his disciples are doing amazing things all over the world. some of you are here, so Vijay Madhava and others like that, Madhava Prabhu like that. So many of you, Nityananda, Tribhanga Krishna Prabhu, so many of you are here. I'm not naming everybody, but all of you that I know of here who are his disciples, I hold you in very high regard. And I thank you for being nice devotees and helping everybody to become fully Krishna conscious. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam for inspiring us always. You have been always supporting, and I've noticed this, that you always encourage everybody to follow their spiritual master and do service and be part of the Kalashanji temple. I think this is one of the temples in the country, North America, where we live in harmony with all the Maharajas and we work like a close family. This is very unique in itself, So I really appreciate for your leadership. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
So we can, if you like, we can do Narasimhadev prayer. And then what we'd like to do is, after the class, if some of the devotees wants to stay over and talk more about, the glories, we can continue. And then tomorrow, 8 p.m., we're going to dedicate for chapter 9, and we'll go from there. Is that okay, Prabhuji?
Yes, that's perfect. So should we chant Narsingh Pranam?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Nyakashi Ito Nesingha, Parato Nesingha,
Ito
Yaka Yaka Yami Tato Nesingha, He Nesingha, Vidaye Nesingha,
Bhaktir Narasimha, Narasimha,
Narasimhamadin, Karanam Prapade,
Sharanam Prapati,
Tavakara Kamalavare, Adbhuta Singha, Salita, Hiranyakashipu, Anubhinga, Keshavadita, Narahariru, Jagadisha Hare, Jaya Jagadisha Hare, Jaya Jagadisha Hare.
Adbhuta Shringa,
Hiranyakashipu,
Anubhinga, Keshavadita, Hare Hari Rupa, Jaya Jagadisha Hare, Jaya Jagadisha Hare, Jaya Jagadisha Hare.
Keshavadita, Narahari Rupa, Jaya Jagadisha Hare, Jaya Jagadisha Hare, Jagadisha Hare.
Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa, Jaya Jagadisha Hare, Jaya Jagadisha Hare, Jaya Jagadisha Hare.
Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha Jaya Ananta Shesh. Lakshmi Narasimha Jaya Ananta Shesha Jaya.
Jaya Lakshmi Narasingha Jaya Ananta Shesh. Lakshmi Narasingha Jaya Ananta Shesh.
Jaya Vigna Vinash Jaya Nrsimha Dev. Vigna Vinash Jaya Nrsimha Deva Jaya.
Jaya Vigna Vinash Jaya Narsimha Dev. Vigna Vinash Jaya Narsimha Dev.
Jaya Narahari 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 Narahari.
Jaya Narahari Narahari Jaya Narahari.
Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj
Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj.
Jaya Prabhupada
Prabhupada.
Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Jaya Gurudev
Gurudev.
Gurudev Jaya Jaya Gurudev
Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Gurudev. Gurudev Jaya Jaya Gurudev.
Nitai Gauranga Haribo
Haribo.
Haribo Gaura Haribo
Nitai
Gaura
Haribo.
Haribo. Haribo. Nitai Gaura Haribo.
Nitai Gauranga
Hari Haribo.
Vishya Kripasindu Bhaivacha Vrinda ki jai Bhagavad Gita Yatha Rupa ki jai Prabhupada ki jai Guru Maharaj ki jai Vyasapuja Mahotsava ki jai Anande Hari Hari Bol.
His Grace Nityananda Prabhu ki jai.
Jai.
All glories to the assembled devotees. Thank you
Hare
so much.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees.
Hare
All glories
Hare
to-
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Nichan Prabhuji, such a wonderful class. Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you.
Audio quality was super, Prabhu, today.
These things are working. Thank you.
It's working very fine, Prabhu. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Jai Jai.
Okay.
Jai.
Those who want to stay over, they can stay. And I can understand a lot of people, it's too late. But you're welcome to stay as long as you want.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Sarojay Madhav Prabhu ki jai. Thank you so much.
Jai Jai Jai.
All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Radha Kala Chanji ki jai.
Hare Jai. Kalchan Ji Jai.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
I think you should continue with the offerings, if somebody would like to say something.
Sure, Prabhuji. Yeah, if I want to hear from somebody, if anybody would like to share, please continue.
My video on, but I'm going off the thing in terms of looks and the sound so that I can mute.
No problem. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You can
Thank you.
take rest also if you want to, please. It's a long day for you. We might continue this some other time also. Anyway, Chandramohan Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam, Prabhu.
Actually, we saw everybody's videos today later, earlier, so we did not request everybody to turn on. But I would like to request everyone to turn on the video if you are still on the call. Ashish Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam, you wanted to say something? Haribol. I think it's too late for everybody. Maybe we should take rest and we'll arrange one more special call for glorification, and then we can, relish that. So
Remind for tomorrow morning 6:30.
I'm going to send the invitation to everybody. Tomorrow is a very big event, so Nityananda Prabhuji, if possible, please join tomorrow anytime between 6:30 to 9:30. So I'm going to start sending the invitation right now. I'll be up another 4 hours coordinating tomorrow's meeting, tomorrow's Japathon, and maybe we'll do one more on next Sunday. But this one, Nityananda Prabhuji, I also wanted to request you to invite Dallas Mayor. I've been reaching out to a lot of politicians and celebrities. Hopefully we can get some of them tomorrow. If not, next Sunday, we'll do bigger than this.
Okay.
So I'll reach out to you tomorrow to update.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone. Hare Krishna. All goes to
Hare
Guru.
Krishna.
All goes to Prabhupada.
Prabhupada, all glories to all of you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.